Well, welcome. We are live here at Art Sanders Field here in Campbellsburg, Indiana for tonight's varsity contest between the West Washington Senators and the Crawford County Wolfpack here on senior night. Hard to believe that it's that time already as the season has moved right along here into week number 8 of the high school football season. Of course, couple games, couple weekends lost here at West Washington due to the COVID, but we're glad to be back here tonight in action, the last home game here for the Senators of the regular season.
Yeah, let's hope that it's not the last home game. Let's hope we get another, 3 or 4 in the postseason going here. But
absolutely,
definitely the last regular season home game here.
Yeah, great to have the Professor Craig Akers with me tonight. As just be Craig and I this evening as Mr. Mills, Coach Mills, taking care of some other duties
taking care
here
of
tonight.
some duties here with some short staffing of some administrators. So he's got some extra duties. So came out of retirement.
Yeah, we pulled Craig up out of retirement. Got him. He's still on the camera, so he's pulling quadruple duty here, plus trying to keep me in line. So we'll do our best to bring it to you once again here tonight. But just anxious for the start of this ball game, senior night here at West Washington, as we mentioned, getting all the members of the cross country, volleyball, band or cheerleading and also football out here, the fall sports seniors. So great to see them coming out onto the field. I'm going to get on to Mr. Russell because he didn't give us a full list of those. Of course, our football seniors, we know number 4, Hunter Thompson, the senior wide receiver for the Senators here tonight, along with number 50, Caden Van Cleve, the offensive defensive line standout for the Senators. And then also we have Austin Cole, number 56, and then also Cameron Van Cleve, number 61, the cousin Van Cleve. Clayton Holloway, number 72, the 5 seniors for the West Washington Senators here football-wise tonight. So just glad to have them. Actually, I missed one, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down there. But
71,
sure
Garrett Cooper.
Yeah, I forgot
Garrett
Coop.
Cooper.
How can I forget Coop?
He's not a forgettable kid at all. You can't forget him at all.
No, he's the biggest guy on our team. I mean, I just forgot him. No, but Garrett, the big lineman for the Senators here as well. So those 6 kids, put in a lot of time here. They played behind a great group of seniors last year. And, we talked about that early in the year about, how this group was going to have to learn to play varsity football because they didn't get as much time as they normally would have at a 1A school. But, those kids hung with it. They all played their role last year and come into this year. They've been a big, important part of our team. And, we're just thankful to them and their parents for the commitment they made to Senator football. And we're just glad to honor them here tonight along with the kids from the other fall sports as they were all introduced here before the game.
Also, it is pink night tonight, so
yes,
we're kind of double dipping everything. A pink out here in the stands.
Cheer for a cure. I noticed our cheerleaders have on those shirts, and
so cheer for a cure.
They're looking awful spry in the pink bow tie. I couldn't put one of them in my hair because I don't have any hair. They got those.
We could put it on top of your headset.
I guess I could glue it on
there. There you go. But kind of double dipping with senior night and last home game with cheer for a cure.
Right.
We do welcome in the Crawford County Wolfpack tonight. A matchup tonight of 2 teams with even records, and I don't know that we've ever played Crawford when we've had an even record.
Yeah, Crawford is one of those teams that, they don't have a whole lot of numbers. They've struggled really since their inception into varsity football with the numbers, but, they've got a decent team here this year. Got a couple wins under their belt, and, they beat Rock Creek.
They beat Rock Creek, and they were able to knock off Switzerland County also.
Yes.
So they started off 1-0. Actually, they won their first one against Switzerland, then went to Perry and were unable to come out of there successful with a lot of other teams who've traveled to Perry. And then Rock Creek. So they started off 2-1.
Right, yeah, and that was probably a first for their program that I can remember. Crawford County with, they've got some kids that can play, and Senators once again here tonight are going to be a little short-handed. We lost Roper McFeeters last week to the shoulder injury there at Perry Central. We were talking about going to Perry. That was my first trip to Perry, and as far as doing a game. And, I'd been past there several times, but never been to a high school game there. And Perry, it reminds me a lot of West Washington here.
Yeah.
It's kind of a rural
you're
setting.
You're going, and then there
it
is.
And then all of a sudden, the closest thing to it's the prison up the street. But anyway, a neat setting down there, and Perry with a good football team. But, talking about the Senators last week, really come out and smack Perry in the mouth right off the bat. I mean, we had that drive, and Roper capped it off with a touchdown. And then when he went out of the game, things changed a little bit for West Washington. We kept battling, though, was only down, a touchdown at the half and come back. They got a couple scores there in that third quarter to kind of give them some breathing room. We come back and tacked one on there in the fourth quarter, ended up losing the game there 37-22 to a very good Perry Central team. But I guess my point is, leading into that, is the fact that this West Washington team has gotten so much better as the season's progressed. And that's what you want to do. You want to try to peak, coming week 9 and heading into sectional play. Next week's game against Salem, it's going to be a different type of game for the Senators. And it's one of those games where, I've always said this over the years in that rivalry and been involved in it for about all my life. But, that game really doesn't mean anything other than it's a tune-up for sectional.
Right.
And the best thing that can happen out of that game is that nobody gets hurt.
Right. Come out healthy.
You got to come out healthy.
That's a great segue into Coach Lowry's Coach's Corner that he had with Titan Williams. He talks about, last week and these upcoming next 2 games. So we're going to jump right over into that. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of Coach's Corner on West Washington Senator Radio. This week the Senators will take on the Crawford County Wolfpack at home after coming off a tough loss at Perry Central last week. Coach, I'd like to ask you, what kind of improvements does your team need to make defensively?
Well, there's always improvements you got to make in all 3 phases of the game. Defense, just like you would offense or special teams. Defensively, I feel like that we played a really, really solid football game against Perry Central. I really like the physicality and the way we played. I feel like Perry is the most physical team we've played as of today. And I really felt like early on we were able to match their physicality and tackle well. But the big thing with defense is we just got to stay consistent, and we can't have mental lapses. To me, big turning point of the game was the long 80-yard touchdown in the third quarter where, their back was able to get loose. I felt like we had a first wave of players that were there to make the tackle, and then that second wave just never quite got there in time, and we gave up the big play. So, eliminating the big play is always a huge part of playing good defense, and we've got to be better. We've got to be better at doing that, and I feel like we will be. Our kids are working hard. Our kids are really engaged right now, and I feel like everybody's all in to be the best they can be.
So in this game, we did see Roper McFeeters go down early. What is the status of him, and will he be back for any games this year?
Rope aggravated a shoulder that he had hurt last year and had some procedures done on, so obviously that is a concern. There was some dislocation stuff there, and we were able to, the doctors were able to get him that shoulder put back in place, and there's no fractures, which is great news. But, we've got to have a little bit more medical evaluation before we really know where we're at with him.
What are some positive things that you saw in that Perry Central game?
Well, mentioned some of them earlier. I love our physicality. I thought our kids came out and played really physical, really hard-nosed football. That's super encouraging. I really feel like offensively, like we are about to just really turn the corner. We had some really nice plays on the offensive side of the ball. I was really pleased with the game plan. I was pleased with how the kids executed the game plan. There was some big play element to it, and that's very encouraging on how we're progressing there. And, I thought special teams were solid. A big game like that, your special teams got to be special, and I feel like we're making nice strides there. We had some really nice returns. We had a punt that we were just a fraction away from pinning on the 1 yard line. So I feel like things are moving the way they should be right now.
So looking back at the Youth League football games, they had their tournament games over the weekend. How did those go for both of our youth teams?
So our upper division got beat in the first round of the playoffs. They played a really good Perry Central team that I anticipate will probably win the whole thing Thursday night. And just super proud of that group. That's an exciting group. We've got some kids with some speed. We got some kids with some size, and just really excited to see how that group keeps coming together. It's good numbers. There's 23 kids in that upper division, and we're super excited about the year they had, and looking forward to building on that in the future. And then as far as our lower division was able to win the first round of the playoffs, and then they lost to a Mitchell team in the second round, and Mitchell just kind of had a kid that was a little bit faster than everybody else on the field. We drove the field twice, got inside the 5, but we gave up 2 big plays to Mitchell, and they were able to beat us, and that was the difference in that football game. But super excited with that lower division group as well. We've got 28 kids in that group, and they're fun to watch. It's really neat how those kids in the last couple weeks have really started playing football. The first couple of weeks, it's like you're kind of out there lining them up and you're kind of herding cattle and things like that. But, boy, have they really progressed in playing the game and starting to really grasp on what we're trying to teach them. And, again, super excited about that group.
Looking back at varsity, what kind of things does Crawford County like to do offensively?
Well, Crawford County, they're going to work more out of spread sets. They've got a couple really talented athletes. They're going to try to get those kids in space. Their quarterback, their running back, the quarterback, they're kind of moving him all over the field now. Those 2 kids are very dynamic. I think they would start on any football team we've played this year. I don't know if they would start at the positions they're playing for Crawford, but there would definitely be a place for them on any team on our schedule. Just 2 really gifted athletes, and they're going to spread the field. They're going to use a lot of trips. They're even going to use some empty sets to try to give those kids some room to operate.
Now, looking over, what does Crawford have defensively that could be a problem for your offense?
So defensively, they're going to be a multiple look defense. They're going to walk some linebackers up. They're going to show some different fronts. They're going to try to confuse you. So the biggest thing with them defensively is you just got to be able to sort all that out. You got to be able to follow your rules and execute the game plan.
So you say that they walk some linebackers up and sometimes have a lot of guys on the line of scrimmage. What kind of adjustments does your offensive line need to make, just right before the snap?
Well, it's we feel like we have answers for that built in. When you put an offense together, you got to have answers for people walking up linebackers. You got to have answers for run-throughs and things like that, So we do a lot of gap blocking and a lot of zone blocking where we're basically stepping down to our area and blocking what shows up there in a lot of cases. So when we do get those type of looks, I feel like, we are prepared for that because it kind of fits the style we run. We're also a team that's able to get out on the perimeter and outside. So anytime when people are putting a lot of people in the box and they're walking people up and things like that, they become very susceptible on the edges. And we feel like we're able to take advantage of that as well. So again, it's more of us just sharpening our tools that we already have and going out and executing and being really sharp. But there's definitely some sorting through that has to take place with kind of a roaming type defense where they're going to get into different looks and walk people up.
With this being senior night for us, do you plan on incorporating the seniors in different ways this week maybe?
Absolutely. It's very important for us to honor our seniors on senior night, and it's very important to us that all of them get a crack to start the football game, and, then we'll let them control how much time that they spend in there, but they're all going to get the opportunity to start, and if they do well, they'll get more opportunities, and that's kind of how we back into that. These kids have worked hard, and we want to honor them, and tonight's their night.
So with this season starting to wind down a little bit, do you have any team goals that you have for the rest of the season going into sectional?
Well, we said all along that, we're going to get really excited about postseason success, especially this year in week 1. Our goal's always been all year long to win championships. You have different opportunities to do that. You've got county, you've got conference, you've got sectional, regional, semi-state, state. Those hardware situations are the ones we get really excited about, and in particular, the tournament. So everything we've done this year has been geared to playing our best football when we get to tournament time. Obviously, Sunday we're going to have the draw, and we're going to get a better idea of who we're going to be playing in that tournament and how things might shake out in that. So that's exciting. And we've gotten to the point of the season where our expectations are very clear with our kids, and we gave a lot of benefit of the doubt in the summer and even early in the season. And now, kind of our mantra right now is all in. And, we're really embracing those kids that are all in, and those kids that are going to give us everything they got, and those kids that are doing the right things right on and off the field. And I feel like our kids are buying into that, and that's exciting. And just really looking forward to the draw Sunday and where we can take this thing.
Looking back at Crawford, earlier in their season, they played against Rock Creek, who we beat 44-0. How do you not really overlook a team that you think that you can, that you can beat this team, but how do you tell your players not to overlook this game and play it all out?
Well, I think it's the same message that we've been sending when we've played, Perry Central and Springs Valley and Paoli, the better teams on our schedule. Our message doesn't change. Our message is it's all about us. It's all about us executing our game plan. It's all about us executing the fundamentals of the game and, controlling the controllables. We have no control over the level of our opponent. We can't control that. So what we can control is how we go out and execute on all 3 phases of the game, how we go out and execute on third down, which has been a huge emphasis for us lately. And this is another opportunity to go work on that and get ourselves ready and improve. And I really firmly believe, our coaching staff really firmly believes that this football team is getting better, and our best football is in front of us.
I have one more question for you. So you did say that you've emphasized third downs, which your team has done very good on. What do you need to do to get yourself in better situations on third down and not have a bunch of third and longs and having to pretty much just throw the ball up sometimes?
Yeah, so, we've talked about this a little bit in previous weeks as well. It's about taking care of the football. It's about taking care of penalties, pre-snap penalties, post-snap penalties. We've gotten better at those. Holding and blocking the back is kind of our Achilles heel right now. So we're really working a lot on footwork and first steps and running our feet after contact so we don't get in those type of situations, and just simply knowing when to let go. Ball carrier's even, he's leaving. It's time to come off that block a little bit and things like that. And that's going to help us get out of those third and long situations. We're super effective on third and short. We're super effective on third and medium, third and long. And that's not unusual. Third and long is tough. It's tough every year. And, we want to try to avoid those situations as much as we can. And then, schematically, there's some couple things, that we're working on to help us in those situations as well when we do get in them.
Okay, well, that is all the questions that I have for today. I'd like to thank you for joining me on another episode of Coach's Corner, as the Senators fell to Perry Central last week, and this week they will take on Crawford County at home on senior night. Thank you, Coach, for answering my questions, and that is all that I have for today.
Thanks, Titan.
Great interview there by Titan Williams. for WWSR and West Washington Livestream. Always love to hear those kids getting out there and being able to interview their coaches and finding out what the coaches are thinking. You know, Coach Lowry talked about it. It's building up to that postseason, and that's where we're going right now, Bubba. We're working towards that.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what we were kind of talking about in our pregame about how the Senators have improved, and you know, tonight's another step in the right direction. You know, you can even your record up here going into the last week at Salem next week, and be ready for postseason play. We'll know more about that on Sunday as the draw takes place. So just ready to get this game underway here tonight. Haven't talked a lot about Crawford County personnel-wise, but you know, they've got some kids that can play. Their quarterback's pretty impressive as a freshman.
Kid,
and the Brooks kid as well. He's number 21, but he's wearing 11
tonight.
So when we call that, he'll be – but he's a big running back in the backfield, a senior for them, 6'6", 205, and he'll carry the load most of the time for Crawford County. But as Coach mentioned in his interview, the Wolfpack, they like to spread it out. You know, they'll go 3 wide. They'll run a lot of different sets, do a lot of different things. So that's the thing here tonight. West Washington defensively is going to see a lot of different looks and going to have to be able to adapt to that and make adjustments defensively to, you know, to keep Crawford County in check.
And probably the biggest defensive change we're going to see tonight is Roper McFeeters is on the sideline.
Yes,
and Roper's that kid who, you know, you can match up on a wide receiver or on a you know, slot that's there. You know, he can cover that guy and he can come up and stop the run. So the question is, who's West Washington going to stick in that spot to do that?
Yeah, you know, I tell you, offensively, I see Hudson Crest kind of filling that role that Roper typically has, and Hudson has played extremely well as a freshman for the Senators, you know, throughout the season.
Funny you mentioned that. They're cousins.
Yeah, they exactly are. But, you know, that's the great thing about West Washington. We got a lot of young kids that can play well. And, you know, Wyatt Johnston, number 11, and number 33, Grayson McCoy, have been big parts of our offense and defense as well. So, you know, those kids are going to have to step it up. It's the next guy up mentality. And, you know, when somebody goes down, you got to have kids pick up and take their place. So we're about ready to get this one underway here, as it looks like they've had the coin toss. Crawford will kick off to the Senators to start this contest here tonight. So number 11, Brooks, will do the kicking duties as he'll kick off for the Wolfpack here tonight, as West Washington will drop Hudson Crest back deep to receive this kick. And we're underway here on senior night at Art Sanders Field. Thank you for tuning in with us here on WWSR, the home for Senator Athletics, as we get this ball game underway.
Don't forget, tonight we also get back our quarterback.
Yes, absolutely.
which we have
James pregame show too. I forgot to mention that. Jamie Sullivan. We'll get a word in from him at the first break.
We'll get his sponsorship in. You know, we do get back our quarterback, who we didn't have for the past 2 games, and Titan stepped in and did a wonderful job.
Well, Crawford goes ahead, and they onside the first kick here, and it goes up into the middle, and Caden Van Cleve very alertly jumps on the ball, so the Senators will have good field position to start this first drive, 1st and 10 at their own 47, as the ball gets placed there by the officials, and we get this thing underway here. Crawford looked like they were going to kick it deep, and then they just kind of ran up and squibbed it.
And, I mean, I understand you don't want to kick it deep to Hudson.
No.
Hudson's one, you know, if he gets a step, he can take it to the house. So
Absolutely. So we're getting ready to go here. 1st and 10 for West Washington as they'll line up here. Kenton Chase out of the gun. Snap will come with a man in motion. He'll pitch it. It'll go wide, and the good running room as they cut the corner. That's 33.
Lots of room there for Grayson McCoy.
And he picks up a first down and more as he takes it into Crawford territory, pushed out of bounds at the 40. So on that first play from scrimmage, McCoy able to pick up about 17 yards on the carry for that first down run, and it's 1st and 10 West Washington.
And it's a very nice job of the line sealing that end to allow him to get around.
Yeah, and this is a team that we may be able to run wide on. They're going to stack the box like they're doing right now. So 1st and 10, new set of downs for the Senators. They'll set a man in motion. This time it's Johnston. The pitch goes wide, and he loses the football, but West Washington alertly gets back on it. And that time the wide run didn't work.
Yeah,
Number 22, Ashton Arnold come across there for the Wolfpack and made a great play there on Johnston, and the ball goes loose at the 48-yard line of Crawford, so a loss of about 9 yards on that that carry there by Johnston, and luckily the Senators got it back.
Arnold was there as soon as that pitch happened.
Boy, he was. Nobody touched
I thought
him.
he was going to take it and go the other way.
2nd and long now as they'll take the snap. Chase will hand off. They'll go in the middle this time. Roberts the ball carrier up the middle, and he gets a bunch of yardage back.
It's going to be about 14.
About 14 yards on the carry. So Roberts bulldogging his way through the middle makes it a 3rd down and manageable now as it's ball spotted down at the 36-yard line of Crawford. So it'll be 3rd and about 6 now for the Senators as they'll break the huddle and come to the line. Kenton Chase out of the gun once again. He'll split 2 receivers, 1 wide to each side as he'll set up here on 3rd down.
Looks like Crawford's going to have to send a guy out.
Yeah, they must have had an
something about
issue.
A helmet, I believe it is.
Might have been missing a snap or something, but anyway, they'll rotate somebody in. Not a lot of depth over there on the Crawford sideline. They only got about 17 kids. So Kenton will set up here. 3rd down and 6 for the Senators. Chase out of the back gun. It'll come. He'll turn, hand it off. Roberts, the ball carrier, off the right-hand side. Close to a 1st down, but he's going to be short. And we got a little extracurricular activity going on back here in the backfield there as Crawford and West Washington getting after it here a little bit. Gain of about 3 yards on the carry.
It's going to be 4th and 3 here.
Yeah, it'll be 4th and short now. The Senators definitely in 4-down territory here at the 33-yard line of Crawford. Got to get it just across the 30 for a 1st down. So we'll set up here. I think you'll
Gavin
probably
Ball
see
checks in.
Roberts as well in the backfield with Kenton Chase. Snap will come. They'll turn, fake it to Roberts. He wants to throw, but he's got pressure and can't get it away. Almost intercepted. They'll probably call grounding there as Crawford come up with the ball, but that's a flag coming in there, and I think Kenton threw that ball at the last second. Didn't really have a receiver.
Yeah, didn't have anybody close.
No, he didn't.
I mean, the closest person was Van Cleve. He was a receiver last year, but
they're going to call
grounding.
And that'll be Crawford ball because that was 4th down play anyway.
Down,
But, the loss of down gives it back to Crawford County. On that grounding, it's a loss of down plus a loss of the yardage. So he loses the ball, goes back to Crawford on that, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wolfpack. So
after the first play there, it looked really good. Grayson with a nice run, and then the Senators kind of got behind the sticks a little bit and never really got it back together.
So Crawford will come out. Bell in the backfield. Snap will come. They'll drop back, wants to throw across the middle. They do. They hit their man, number 88, makes a grab there for Crawford County as that's Nash Stroud on the reception, and he picks up about 9 yards. They actually put Brooks back there at quarterback that time.
He was throwing the ball in warm-up, so he may be playing in that position tonight, and that's where they'll start. He's a big kid, 6'6", 205, and it's 2nd down and 1 for the Wolfpack at the Senator 49-yard line. So they'll break the huddle, come to the line. He'll set a couple receivers as they spread them out wide. Here, he'll go under center this time. Step back, wants to throw. He throws in the flat. Catch is made there once again by 88 Nash Stroud. Good for a 1st down as he's right to the Senator 45-yard line. Stroud is a
flag.
Yep. Stroud is a solid kid. I mean, he looks like a football player.
Yes, he does. Yeah, I think he's listed on the roster as 6'1", 190. So yeah, he's got a good football build. And but that penalty is going to be a holding against Crawford County. So that's a spot foul. It'll be moved back 10 yards from the spot of the flag. So that'll take it all the way back to the 41-yard line of Crawford County. And what would have been a 1st down now is going to be 2nd down, about 13 for the Wolfpack. So that's where they'll set up as Brooks will go out of the gun this time. He spreads the field, 2 receivers wide to each side. Malone set back in the backfield with him, number 22, Ashton Arnold. Snap will come here on 2nd down and 13 for the Wolfpack. It'll come. He'll drop back, looks to throw. Now he'll take off with it. Got some running room, got some blockers out in front. And he skips around, going to get a 1st down and more as he takes it all the way down to the Senator 39-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and a gain of about 18 yards on that run by Brooks.
Really nice run there. I mean, he's able to break it out wide on a nice job by the offensive line getting up into the passing lanes, but then there wasn't any containment there once he stepped up.
Nobody to the outside there on that run by Brooks for the Senators, so they're going to have to shore that up. Not sure what happened out there on the wide side. Your corners really got hooked up and probably went with receivers down the field, and that's what happens when you spread the field, and that's what they're doing. They're trying to give those guys some space to make plays, and Brooks made one there. 1st and 10 at the 39 of West Washington for Crawford. Brooks will go under center this time, set up an eye in the backfield, turn, hand it off. It'll go back there. 88, the ball carrier. That's Nash Stroud. Stroud gets it about to the line of scrimmage where he gets hit and goes down. They may give him a yard or two here. It looks like a couple yard gain, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 8 at the 37 for the Wolfpack here. So Stroud getting it done as a receiver, now also as a running back.
Does it all. Yeah, it's been the Stroud and Brooks show so far. I mean, they've done everything.
Yeah, they've both done everything. So they'll set up here 2nd down and 8 at the Senator 37-yard line.
Now they split Stroud out wide.
Yep, they got 4 receivers, 2 wide to each side of the field. 1 set back in the backfield with Brooks. So they'll set up here. Eye in the backfield as Brooks will go under center once again. Drops straight back, wants to throw. He does. Got a man open. Can't make the grab as it was just a little bit high. Number 5, the intended receiver, A.J. Bell, who is usually the quarterback. Yeah. So they've moved him out to a wide receiver position here tonight. Him and Brooks kind of switched roles. So 3rd down and about 8 for the Wolfpack here after the incompletion. Brooks will set up here on 3rd down. We'll see what they can do with it at the Senator 37-yard line. West Washington will come in tight now and set things up here as Brooks will go under center once again to take the snap. He does. He'll pitch it wide, and they'll try to get some running room to the outside. Nice tackle made by Roberts as he comes across. 22, the ball carrier, Ashton Arnold, and Arnold gets tackled for a loss of about 7 yards. As Roberts shot through from that linebacker position and made a great play there as he actually come from the other side.
Yeah, he was chasing him down from the backside.
Yep. And he showed some speed. I tell you, Arnold's got some wheels, but Roberts chasing him down and made a great tackle on that play. So 4th down and about 14 now for the Wolfpack, back at the Senator 44-yard line, 43 actually. They'll spot it, so we'll see what Brooks does. He's also their punter.
Yeah.
So he'll set
like
up.
Like we said, he does it all.
He's
a
little bit
jack of all trades.
About has to. They just don't have too many kids. I only see about 4 kids standing on their sidelines.
Yeah.
So they don't have a whole lot of substitution. Brooks looks like he's going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll set up in the gun, but wouldn't surprise me if he don't drop back and punt this ball away. Flag, the play clock runs dead, so that'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Wolfpack.
Which is a very tough call tonight because the play clocks aren't working. So tough call on that one, but not so sure that the Wolfpack didn't want that one anyway.
Yeah, I think they're trying to give themselves a little bit of room as the Senators will drop Hudson Crest back to receive this kick. He's had a punt return for a touchdown too, so we'll see what Hudson can do as Brooks will punt it away. Snap will have to be a good one. They were having a little trouble with the snap in warm-up, so we'll see what happens. But that's a good one. Brooks will pull it down. He'll get the ball away. Pretty decent punt.
Up and away.
Hudson drops back there, and, don't touch it. And they pick it up, though, but it wasn't him that picked it up. It was another player for the Senators who come across there, number 9, Sprouse comes over and alertly got the ball. I don't think Hudson seen the defensive player back there.
No.
And just didn't go for the ball. So the Senators will get it back after the punt, but they'll be deep in their own territory at the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10 for West Washington. No score here in the first quarter on the Raymond James scoreboard. Have to get that in there.
Yeah,
I can.
Keep getting that in there as much as you can. I
can't
ever remember.
I know. It's tough when you're doing as much stuff as you're doing. 1st and 10 for West Washington. Johnston in motion. They'll turn counter to Roberts. He's got some wide open field. He'll take it down the Senator sideline, breaks the tackle, and he's still on his feet at the 45, the 30, the 20. He's going to score as Roberts kicks it in high gear, and he takes it 80 yards for the touchdown as Roberts broke through there on that counter play. That was just a simple counter run off tackle, and Roberts made a play. He broke a tackle here at about the 45, and he was off to the races. So Roberts takes it in with 5:42 to go here in the first quarter, and the Senators strike first.
Well, and it comes from the wide receivers blocking downfield too, because I think it was Braxton Sprouse maybe on this side blocked the corner that was over here that allowed that cutback that we saw.
So 6-0. They'll line up to go for 2. Kenton Chase out of the gun. Split backs with him. He'll turn, hands it off. It goes to 33. That is Grayson McCoy, and McCoy takes it in for the 2-point run. So that was good, and it's 8-0 here. Did they signal that good?
Yeah, they signaled it good.
I never did see a signal.
Yeah, so they were a little late getting it up, but they did signal it.
They finally did say it was good. So McCoy on the 2-point conversion run. We're going to take a break here. A word from Jamie Sullivan as we come back here after the Senators score. It's 8-0 here in the first quarter at Art Sanders Field.
Expertise, resources, commitment. At Sullivan Financial, we offer a team approach to financial planning, offering you a broader scope of expertise than you will likely find in any one person. Clients are our main priority, which is why we work to understand your unique circumstances and ultimately create a distinctive plan that provides a roadmap for your financial journey. Located in Mitchell, Indiana, they can be reached at 812-849-2670. That's 812-849-2670.
All right, back here live at Art Sanders Field. The Senators up 8-0 over the Wolfpack here of Crawford County as Ethan Roberts rattled off an 80-yard touchdown run on a simple counter play back to the left, and he scrambled down the Senator sideline, broke a tackle at the 45, and took it into the house for the first score of the night. And I tell you, Roberts has been huge all year.
Oh, yeah, and you know, the one knock on him so far has been that he hadn't been able to hold on the ball. He's fumbled 3 times.
Did you notice that time?
But he had both hands hooked onto it. He wasn't going to fumble that one.
The Senators will put it back in play. Kick here by Holloway. It'll die at about the 15. A Crawford County player picks it up, gets hit, and goes down at about the 27-yard line. So a good job there defensively. Hunter Thompson and it looks like, I believe, Hudson Cress
was in on that
to
one.
make the tackle for West Washington. So 1st and 10 for the Wolfpack as they'll get their second offensive possession of the night, and they'll set up at their own 27-yard line. So we'll see what they do this time. It looks like Brooks will be back in there again at quarterback. They'll spread the field, 2 receivers wide to each side, and they'll set up in the backfield with Ashton Arnold, the lone setback. Looks like Brooks will go under center once again here on the first down call. He'll step under to take the snap. He does. Drops straight back, wants to throw it. He wings it out in the flat. Catch made there by 22. He breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, but a bunch of Senators around still breaking tackles.
He broke about 4 on that one.
He had 5 different Senators touch him on that play, and nobody got him to the ground as Arnold, a short, a stocky little player. He's just a sophomore, 5'6", 160. And he picks up about 6 yards on that reception. 2nd down and 4 now for the Wolfpack. Brooks doing a nice job back there, quarterback for them. And Crawford looking for their first score of the night. They check to the sidelines now. They're a little slow about getting their plays in, and that could hurt them.
And I think this is Brooks. I haven't seen him at quarterback yet
I haven't
this
either.
year.
This
so
is the first time.
Getting the offense, you know, the flow of the offense together is a –
He'll take the snap here on 2nd down. Got pressure coming. They get to him but can't get him down. He rolls out, throws it, picked off as West Washington picks it off right there. Number 20, Zach Stice, coming up to make the interception for West Washington. And Zach played that really well.
Stepped right into the passing lane and was able to take that one away.
He stayed right with his guy, and then when he saw Brooks go to throw the ball, he broke on it, come back, made the reception. Actually went down, got back up, and picked up a few yards. So Stice with the interception, and that'll give the Senators the ball back. 1st and 10 at the Crawford County 39 with 4:38 to go here in the first quarter play. Senators 8, Wolfpack nothing here. So
couldn't ask for a better better spot to take back over on your own side of the field.
Absolutely.
Driving.
And what a lovely night for football we have here weather-wise. Kenton Chase out of the gun. Now he'll have to scramble as he looks to throw. He's got time. He'll wing one out there. Got a man open. Catch is made there. Hunter Thompson makes a grab right at about the 20-yard line. So that reception was a good one as he throws it about 17 yards for that reception to Thompson. So Kenton on his first throw of the night gets that one away. He got away from pressure. It looked like he might get
it looked like he was going to get dropped in the backfield.
But he didn't. He got away from him and made a great play. 1st and 10 now at the 20. The snap will come. They'll pitch it wide this time. Johnston, the ball carrier, he'll take it, cuts back up, and gets behind his blockers, does a nice job as he's pushed out of bounds right at the 5-yard line. So a gain of 15 there by Johnston. And
he almost outran his blockers there.
Just about did.
He got out in front of them, and it didn't.
But I tell you, you made a great point earlier about the receivers. They're doing a great job blocking outside.
Yeah, that's something that, we've come accustomed to here at West Washington, having the big wide receivers and blocking out wide.
Absolutely. So 1st and goal now. Kenton out of the gun. He'll take the snap, turn, hand it off in the backfield. Grayson McCoy. Yeah, the ball carrier takes it down to about the 1. So McCoy with another 4-yard pickup. And the Senators knocking on the door again here in this first quarter of play. 4:06 to go in the first, up 8-0, and looking for more here.
Ethan Roberts checks back into the game. We see him come trotting on. This is Roberts' time,
right?
Oh,
yeah.
You're at the 1. Give him the ball.
You go to your bell cow here, and he's been that all year for the Senators. So
yeah.
We'll see what they do. Split backs in the backfield, McCoy and Roberts, as Kenton Chase will set up in the gun to take the snap. He does. Counters to Roberts, and he walks in. So another touchdown for Roberts on the night. He gets his second one here of this first quarter of play with 3:36 to go. The Senators go up 14-0 here over the Crawford County Wolfpack on the Raymond James scoreboard, as West Washington having their way with Crawford County at this point.
Just not really an answer athlete for athlete. We may not have the Brooks on our side of the ball, but we've got 4 or 5 of the next best. So
2-point trial go here. They'll give it to Grayson McCoy, and I believe
he's right at the line. I haven't seen a signal yet.
Short, I believe.
No signal
still from the official yet.
Still nothing.
Apparently no good.
I'm guessing no good. They didn't signal it, so we'll go with no good.
They're not really big on signaling here on the extra point. I guess it's just up to us whether we think he got it or not. If it's up to me, I say it's good.
That's the way it works. I mean, we can pull up the replay and see where he was, but
it did look like his knee went down.
Yeah, he was a little short of it, I think.
So no good on the conversion try, and it's 14-0 here with 3:30 to go.
The head official just pulled everybody over together and said, I'm pretty sure he said, hey, let's get this together a little bit.
Let's make sure we signal, yeah. So anyway, the Senators enjoying the lead here as they'll kick back off to the Wolfpack here.
We've got the crowd going down here. Nice crowd out for Senator Nation tonight. There's a lot of pink out in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those, people come out for the special nights. They come out for the senior nights, for the homecoming, for the pink outs, all those things. And tonight, with it being a double dip, we've got twice as many people.
Absolutely. It's great to see here. Not a whole lot of people on the Crawford County side, but
that's just more ribeyes for us, right?
Absolutely. And those ribeyes were wonderful once again.
That was baseball and softball tonight, I believe.
Softball, I know, was down there as well as baseball. So Senators will kick back off as Holloway will come back out to do the kicking duties once again here. 3:36 to go in the first. West Washington 14, Crawford County nothing. So Holloway will set up here to put the ball back into play. He'll
gives
approach
that one a boot.
And a boot down the center over towards the Crawford sideline. Going to be picked up there by a Wolfpack player. And he'll go down right away. 44, actually, the returner on that one, as he gets hit and goes down, Braden Casper. And he'll go down right at about the 26-yard line.
Wyatt Johnson in on that. I think it was Johnson and Sprouse both got in on that one. So
a good tackle there on the kickoff. 1st and 10 Wolfpack, as they'll set up at their own 25-yard line, spot at the 26. 1st and 10, Crawford County. Brooks will come back out with the offense. He'll spread the field. 2 receivers wide to each side of the field. And now actually just one on the far side. They'll set up in a power I formation as he'll go under center, turn, hand it off. Second man through, he kind of bounces around some people, but a good defensive play there as 51. Number 51 for the Senators comes through there to make the
Bradley
hit.
Hampton.
Bradley Hampton, the junior.
The lawnmower man.
The lawnmower man.
He's the one who takes
159.
He takes care of Mr. Mills's yard, I'm pretty sure. So
yeah, I think he does. Yeah.
He's the lawnmower man.
So he makes a tackle for no gain on the play as they'll set up here on 2nd down and 10. The Wolfpack at their own 26. Brooks this time looks like he'll go out of the gun. Arnold in the backfield with him, spreads the field with 2 receivers wide to each side as he'll set up here on 2nd down and 10. Snap will come as he sets the line. It'll come. He'll step back, looks to throw, got some pressure coming backside. He gets hit and cut in half. Ball come. No, he held on to it.
He was on top of a Senator and never went down and then tried to turn, and there was 2 more right there. So he made a good decision to go down then.
Yeah, great job there by the Senators getting through to make the hit on him. And loss of about 6 yards there on the play. So good job there. Roberts, one of the tacklers in there for West Washington, as he'll come out of the game and get a breather. He's been doing a little bit of everything. Brooks will set up this time on 3rd and about 15, way back at the Wolfpack 20-yard line. He'll spread the field, drops back, wants to throw. They set up a screen across the middle, and the ball comes out, and West Washington got it back as number 88 made the reception there, Nash Stroud, but he drops the ball, and West Washington alertly dives on it, and the Senators just doing everything right at this point.
And once again, they're back in there on the right side of the field. You know, we talked about field position earlier. You can't get better. I said that last time you couldn't get better. They were at the 39. Now they're at the 21. So apparently you can get better.
You can get better, yeah. So they did there. So just a errant play by Crawford County as they made the reception and dropped it. Senators bring the offense back out. Kenton Chase out of the gun here. He'll set a man in motion, turn, counter as they hand it back off the other way. 33, the ball carrier. That's McCoy. And McCoy takes it inside the 20 down to about the 16 before he's hit and brought down. So a gain of 5 on the carry by McCoy as he's starting to rack up the yardage here in this first quarter. 2nd down and 5 now for West Washington. Ball just shy of the 15 at about the 16-yard line.
And this is where the Senators really have the upper hand because the Crawford County kids aren't getting off the field. So they've been on the field the whole time. You know, where we're switching some kids in and out.
They'll take the snap. A flag comes in there.
Looks like
early. False start against West Washington. So that's going to be a 5-yarder against West Washington. That'll negate the first down run as it brings it back to the original line of scrimmage at the 21-yard line. So 2nd down and 10 now after that motion penalty against West Washington. They'll set up here, call play in from the sideline, and get ready to run here on 2nd down. 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. 14-0 West Washington. Senators knocking on the door after the turnover by Crawford. Kenton Chase out of the gun, takes the snap, pitches wide. He'll go. Hudson Crest this time, the ball carrier. Hudson gets to the outside, tries to break the tackle.
Brought down by, is that 22 again over there?
Looked like 22 Arnold there to make the hit. Just shy of the first down marker as he's going to be about a half yard short or so. So a gain of 9 by Hudson on that run.
Nice job there by Hudson to put his foot in the ground, make that cut, and commit to it. Wasn't able to quite get the first down, but still picked up quite a bit of yards.
Yeah, 9 yards on the carry for Hudson Crest. So
18 to go on the clock. I don't know that we'll get this one off before. Maybe
one off here. Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to line up and get one off. Chase out of the gun. 3rd and 1 now for the Senators. He'll set a man in motion, takes a snap, and a flag comes in. I think that's against the defense. They moved across, and that's going to be against them, encroachment on the defense.
So that'll be a first down.
First down, automatic 5-yard penalty. He'll move it inside the 10 down to about the 7-yard line or so. So 1st and goal. So Senators will set up there. Clock will start, and they probably won't get a play off here as it runs down. That's the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first, West Washington 14, Crawford nothing. We're going to take a break, hear from our fine sponsors. You're listening to WWSR, the home of Senator football.
Is your ride not as reliable as it used to be? Eddie Gilstraps is the place to go. With 80 years in the auto industry, we know how to get things done. At Eddie Gilstrap Motors, we have an unbeaten level of commitment to buyers. Unmatched customer service, a wide array of new and used inventory, and various financing options are just a few of the ways in which we serve our customers. Give us a call at 877-227-9421. That's 877-227-9421, or just visit our website.
Always a great thing there to have sponsorships locally. Eddie Gilstrap's a great sponsor of Senator Athletics with everything they do. Bubba, I know you've got some heartfelt emotions there for some Gilstrap Motor stuff. So
yeah, absolutely. You know
that finance department there, you couldn't ask for better guys, right?
Exactly. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but Eddie Gilstrap Motors as a whole been a staple in the community for a long, long time and sponsor a lot of things for kids. And this is one of them, and they've been doing that for years countywide and also throughout the southern Indiana area. So, you know, 4-time winner of that President's Award, and that says a lot. You know, they get a lot of people back. That's award only the top 5% of Ford dealers nationwide receive, and Gilstraps has won it 4 times, 3 out of the last 5 years.
Well, there you go.
So,
there you go. If you're looking for a car, that's the place to go, apparently.
Good to their people, that's for sure. I know that from working there for as many years as I have. All right, we'll start the second quarter. Senators knocking on the door again. First and goal now at the 7-yard line as they'll set up there. Kenton Chase in the backfield. Looks like he has Grayson McCoy back there with him. Snap will come. He'll want to throw. He's got some people open in the end zone. Touchdown grab is made there as a catch, I believe, by, was that Sprouse or Thompson? That's Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson.
Hunter Thompson on the reception. So Hunter, the senior, getting the score on the first play of the second quarter. So with 11:54 to go here in this first half of play, West Washington goes up 20-0 over the Crawford County Wolfpack. So Chase making that throw to Thompson for 7 yards. And they'll line up here to go for 2 as the play gets set now. Chase out of the gun. Sets McCoy, turns, hands it off. Grayson with the ball, and
stumbles over his own feet,
I think.
Couldn't get
it in. Yeah, I think he got tripped up as one of their players got across there and got a hold of his foot.
Well,
and McCoy can't get that one in, so it'll remain 20-0 here in this first half of play as the Senators strike here after the turnover by Crawford County gives them the ball back, and they move it down the field. And just getting a lot of people involved in the offense right now.
Yeah,
Coach.
I mean, it's being able to be spread around, put in all different hands, people that we haven't really called a whole lot of names for on the offensive side of the ball. You know, Hunter Thompson catching a touchdown pass here. Haven't really called his name a whole lot on the offensive side. So.
No, that's the second one he's had this year, though. He caught one in the Rock Creek game as well. So good to get the senior receiver involved in the offense, and a nice ball by Kenton as he spiraled that one right into the end zone. So the Senators will kick off here again. 20-0 our score, 11:50 to go here in this first half of play, as it's been all West Washington.
And you see Crawford, you can just see it kind of in their kids right now. They see that they're just kind of outmatched tonight, and that's been the case. You know, in the past with the West Washington Crawford rivalry, Crawford's never gotten a win against West Washington in 13 years that they've played.
Right.
So it's one of those you just see it in the kids' motions right now.
Yep, Holloway back out there to put the ball back into play as they set up with Brooks and number 44, Casper, back there deep for the Wolfpack as Holloway will approach it and put it back in play here as we go. Back underway. Kick comes. It's a nice high, deep kick going to be fielded by Casper back at about the 20. He's got a seam up the middle, brings it out across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
You said it exactly right. Had a seam. That closed up real quick as soon as he got into it.
And guess who was there? Braxton Sprouse there to make the hit and the tackle once again for West Washington. So Sprouse just all over the field. And I tell you, I love that kid's energy.
Yeah.
He has got a bunch of it. 1st and 10 Wolfpack as they'll set up at the 32-yard line, their own 32, as we'll get this drive underway. Crawford with the offense back out on the field. Senators shuffling some people around.
Send an extra one in. They were short a guy, so good to get at least enough players on the field.
So they'll set up here. 1st and 10. Brooks back there this time looks like he's going to go under center. He's got 2 receivers wide to each side of the field. He'll turn, hand it off, just a straight dive play as they go to Arnold right up the middle.
It's a nice run by Arnold.
Yeah, out to about the 36-yard line. So a gain of 3 on the carry there by the fullback Arnold. And it'll be 2nd down and a short 7 here, almost a 4-yard pickup there by Arnold. So Brooks will go over, get a play from the sideline, and bring it back out to the huddle here. West Washington setting their defense. Senators 20, Wolfpack nothing here early in the second quarter play.
That dive play is one of their better plays that they've run, running-wise. They've got a couple of other pass plays that they've run, but that dive has really worked for them so far.
Brooks out of the gun, wants to throw the deep ball. He airs it out as he bombs it up there, and it's going to go incomplete as it falls down at about the Senator 30-yard line there. They had a guy back there deep.
He threw it 38 yards in the air to him.
But Johnston, good coverage there as he stayed right with the receiver, so incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd down now and about 7 for the Wolfpack. The ball at the 36-yard line of Crawford County. So Brooks will come over and get the play and come back out once again to the huddle as he'll set things here for the Wolfpack as they'll spread the field again. 2 receivers wide to each side. Brooks will set up in the gun. Arnold back there with him in the backfield. Snap will come. He drops back, wants to throw. He does. He's got a man wide open who makes a grab close to a 1st down at the 40-yard line. Takes it across to about the 42. And a pickup.
Maybe just a touch short.
A little bit short maybe by the look of the spot. So we'll see what they call it here. 1st down, they say. Yeah, that was a great spot there by the – he looked like he was about a half yard short.
Yeah, half yard short is what he looked, but they moved the chain, so yeah. first and 10.
My eyesight's not very good. I thought he was short, but,
well,
that's part of it. The officials are the ones that count.
Yep, they say so first down, so there it is.
So it is. 1st and 10 for the Wolfpack here. It was a nice little pass play. Had the receiver wide open out there, and he made the grab and was able to wheel around and get the necessary yardage.
Well, and Wyatt was there to bring him down just a little bit too late apparently. So
Brooks under center. He'll wing it out again. Picked off. Hudson Cress picks it off there at about the 45. He could go to the house. 20, 15, 10. Runs behind his blockers, and he gets knocked down at the last second by his own man.
I was going to say, he got tackled by his own guy at the 1.
Yeah, he tried to cut, and, you can't fault those linemen for trying
they're
to
getting
get
downfield, throwing blocks like they should, but Hudson just lost his footing and went down.
Well, he cut back and ran into his own guy there, and he made a great cut, but just couldn't get it into the end zone. But he's right there at the 1-yard line, so 3rd turnover of the night, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble already for Crawford County.
And that makes for a long game when you're on the opposite side of that. When you're turning it over that much, it makes for a long game.
Kenton back in, takes the snap out of the gun. He'll hand it off, and I believe that's Roberts again.
No, that's 8.
Oh, that was Hudson.
That was Hudson getting his touchdown
so
there.
He gets his touchdown after the interception and takes it in for the score here, and it's 26-0 Senators here with 9:43 to go in the first half, and all West Washington at this point.
Yeah, just not an answer for the offense that's coming at them right now. I mean, the Wolfpack are looking, they're throwing all kinds of different things at them. It's just there's nothing that seems to be working yet.
Split backs on the extra point try. They'll give it to McCoy again. This time he pushes forward. He got it in.
And finally we get a signal there, so he gets one in.
So McCoy able to take it in for that 2-point conversion run. And it's 28-0. We're going to take a break here. Word from a fine sponsor and be back here on your home for Senator Athletics, WWSR.
After 2 years of study and research, the Washington County Community Foundation launched its first proactive initiative, Youth First, in 2007. Their goal was to create a positive environment within the county where youth are valued, their needs come first, and investments are made in their well-being. In 2011, Youth First merged with the YMCA to best serve youth through their common commitments to youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. This merger allowed for further utilization of Youth First missions and the possibility to grow development assets in our community more initially.
Back here on WWSR, once again, thank you to those great sponsors, the Washington County Community Foundation, sponsoring lots of schools and giving out lots of scholarships, all by the funds that people of the community give to them. So, always great to get them in, and thank you for your sponsorship.
Yes, absolutely. So, Senators all over the Wolfpack here, 28-0, 9:43 to go still here in the first half. Clayton Holloway will come back out to kick this ball off, number 72 for the Senators, as the Wolfpack puts a couple guys back there deep. Casper along with Brooks. Kick will come. It's a deep one. Nice kick by Holloway back there. Casper goes down on a knee, and they blow it dead.
He's down on his knee. I mean, that's the way it is.
He caught it and kneeled down right there at the 15-yard line.
And you could see they were actually looking to get the ball to Brooks. They were looking to flip it to him to let him try to get, through that Senator defense.
Nice deep kick by Holloway. That's what set that up. And Casper had to go down, and unfortunately for them, his knee hit the ground, and that's where they'll start. 1st and 10 at their own 15, 9:39 to go here in the first half. West Washington 28, Crawford nothing here. If you got scores, send them to us here.
Yeah, definitely get them to us. We'll get them out.
Send them over to my phone at 812-620-2015. We'll get them on the air for you.
Oh, man, we're going to be ordering pizzas with that phone number.
I didn't get my credit card number out, though. They'll still have to pay for it.
Well.
So Crawford will set up here. Spread as they go trip formation to the far side of the field, as Brooks will, looks like, step under center to make this.
Yeah, the Crawford's
snap,
short
a
player, so they're going to call a timeout. With that, we're going to go ahead and step aside, take another quick sponsor here. We'll be back in just a moment.
Here at WWSR, we have all the hits from the 80s to today, while also rocking out with some of the classics. There are also exclusive interviews with some of the West Washington's head coaches during their seasons, breaking down the best of the upcoming matchups. And there's more programming to come, so stay tuned, with WWSR being available on the school website, Alexa, or your favorite device. And for those interested, sponsorship slots are available.
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, we were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. And here we are, right here, right now.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
All right, back here live at Art Sanders Field. Senators 28, Crawford County nothing here, as Crawford 1st and 10 after the timeout here from their own 15. Brooks out of the gun here. Trips formation to the right as they'll set up here. 1st and 10. Brooks out of the gun. Snap will come. He'll pitch it. They'll try to go to that right-hand side. Gets a block out there, but unfortunately it was a block in the back.
It was a nice block. It just came right in the back.
He just happened to hit Johnston in the back, and that's going to go backwards. A gain of about 3 on the carry, but that'll be negated by that holding penalty. So That should take it back about half the distance, so I think that'll put them at about the 7-yard line or so.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
So actually move it, well, he's on about the 11, so it could be at about the 1 where that spot was. No, it's a half the distance.
Yeah, half the distance because of where they're located. So
takes it down to about the 5. So first and about 20 now for the Wolfpack here, as the Senators doing a great job defensively, but Crawford not helping themselves out there with that illegal block in the back. So they'll set up first down once again. Brooks out of the gun this time. Arnold in the backfield with him as he'll set 2 receivers wide to each side. Snap will come in his own end zone. He looks to throw. He's going to bomb it down the sideline and threw it well over the receiver's head, intended out there for number 88.
The closest one was Wyatt Johnson was the closest one.
Yeah, and it was 5 or 6 yards over Wyatt's head. So Brooks definitely got a cannon, but just can't get anybody down the field deep enough to make the reception.
Well, and early they were able to get the ball to the Stroud kid, but now it seems like the Senators have kind of shut that down.
Second down and 20 now for the Wolfpack back at their own 5-yard line, deep there as Brooks will take the snap out of the gun, actually in his own end zone. Snap will come and he pulls it down, got pressure coming, gets away from it, takes off, got more pressure coming, throws across there, had a guy
open
at about the 20, but he couldn't make the reception, so it falls incomplete.
That was Aiden Bell, the freshman, who was open there to catch that one, just didn't get his hands quite around the ball.
Yeah,
it hit him in the hands, but he wasn't able to close in on it.
He got behind the Senator defense and was open there in the middle of the field, but couldn't make the reception, as you mentioned. So third down now and 20, back at the 5, as Brooks will bring the play in from the sideline. 9:02 to go here in the first half. Senators 28, Crawford County nothing here, as the Wolfpack deep in their own territory. Brooks will set up here on third down. 2 receivers wide to each side of the field. Snap will come. He'll drop back, wants to throw, got pressure coming, gets hit, throws a pick off. West Washington picks it off, and they'll score on the pick 6 as they take it in.
Nice play there to be able to pull that one down.
That was pulled in by number 52, Landon Holloway, the freshman, as Landon gets the touchdown on the pick 6. And the Senators go up here 34-0 with 8:51 to go in this first half of play. So the pick 6 by Holloway.
Where'd he come from? Was he playing linebacker there? Is that?
Yeah, I think he was in the middle of the field. He wears 52, so he pulls that one in and just takes it. He had wide open territory, no Crawford County players around him. And the Senators will come back out to go for 2 once again. Chase will take the snap, turn, handoff. Roberts this time, and he walks in.
He had me lost. I thought Chase still had the ball. So
yeah, he good job there disguising it, and that puts the Senators up 36-0 here.
We're going to step aside, take another commercial break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
In 2012, the Washington County Community Foundation began working on its next big initiative, Education Matters. The goal of Education Matters is to increase the educational attainment of adults residing in our county. The initial focus has centered on adults with some college and no degree. With the assistance of scholarships and a peer mentoring program, the foundation began helping adults return to college to complete their degree or obtain a certification in 2013. Realizing that strength lies in numbers, Washington County partnered with Clark, Floyd, Harrison, and Scott counties to create Education Matters Southern Indiana. This initiative continues to build.
All right, back here live, Art Sanders Field. The Senators enjoying a 36-0 lead right now with 8:50 still to go here in this first half. And, you would think with 36 points on the board we'd be racking up a lot of offensive yardage, but really haven't.
Yeah, it's a short field every time we get the ball.
And the pick 6 there, The defense scores. So, not a lot of yardage other than that 80-yard run by Roberts for that second touchdown, or actually first touchdown of the night. So Holloway back to kick it into play, and he will. It's a nice deep kick again, fielded by Brooks at the 20. He'll bring it out, seam up the middle, and gets hit at about the 40 and goes down.
That's a nice football run there. You can tell Brooks, wants the ball. He's an athletic kid.
So the Senators up to make the hit, number 59 there to make that first hit, Dylan Keller for the West Washington Senators, as they'll set up here. Crawford at their own 42-yard line, 1st and 10, Wolfpack. They'll go to the sideline. Brooks will bring a play out. The Senators will set their defense, and I'm sure we'll see a lot of Senators into the game.
Yeah,
here.
We're going to see all the Senators available to play in the game at some point tonight, I'm sure. You were telling us earlier that your son almost got thrown in 2 weeks ago.
Couldn't go in, though, because he's got to set out the varsity this year. But Brooks with a pass across the middle.
There's another pick.
Holloway again, his second interception of the night, and a flag comes in late, but he was just in the right place at the right time, and he picks off another one right in the middle of that defense, and then a flag comes in late. So Holloway having quite a night, and he's just a freshman.
He's looking to tie the record for interceptions, which I believe is 3 with Mr. Farmer. So
that's a holding penalty against the Senators, but it was after the interception. So it'll still be Senator ball. The ball will come back across midfield and go into Senator territory and spotted down at the 42-yard line. That's where West Washington will have it, 1st and 10. So Holloway, with his second interception of the night, gives West Washington the ball back here with 8:39 to go in the first half, up 36-0, and the offense back on the field. Kenton Chase will bring him back out, set him down here as he'll set out of the gun, as he'll go back to work. Snap will come, and it's offsides.
There's all kinds of motion up there,
I believe. Yep, it's going to be encroachment on the defense.
I believe 68 jumped there just a little bit.
He walked across the line. He was the only one. Kobe Morse, the right tackle on the defensive line, jumped over. So 1st and 5 now. Up at the 47-yard line, and that's where Kenton will go to work for West Washington. Chase out of the gun. Snap will come. He'll drop back, wants to throw it, wings it out here, hits Braxton Sprouse. He breaks the tackle and gets to the outside and falls down. He's upset with himself.
He did a nice job of breaking that tackle, but then was unable to get his foot back in the ground to be able to go forward, so he went down instead.
Gain of about 3 on the reception. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 2 now for the Senators at the 50-yard line. As Larry Jones would say, that'd be the 51.
Yeah, there you go.
You said that one time back years ago. Hope Larry's listening and heard that. But anyway, 2nd down and 2 now. They'll set a man in motion. West Washington will turn. Roberts, the ball carrier.
Oh, there was that ball out wide. I saw the ball again. He'd done so well the whole first quarter and half of the second. You hadn't seen that ball at all when he got it. And that time you saw it kind of flail out, which is when he seems to lose it.
Seems like when he's running in the middle of the field, he wants to carry it like a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
And you just got to tuck that ball away. He's had some issues with losing the football, and don't want to see him do that here and turn it back over. 1st down run, though, so 1st and 10 now at the Crawford 47, and that's where West Washington will set up. Kenton Chase out of the gun for West Washington, as he'll call the signals here. On 1st down, sets Hudson Cress in motion. Got pressure coming, gets it away. Catch is made. Nice grab there by Johnston as he goes up to grab the ball.
Kenton Chase got hit.
He got hammered from behind.
As soon as he let that one go, he got drilled.
Gain of 7 on the reception.
That was 44 that came in. Braden Casper,
Casper come rolling in there, and he bammed Kenton in the back. But Kenton got the ball away, made the reception there by Johnston. So 2nd down and 3, and now a timeout, Crawford.
Crawford going to take a timeout.
We'll take one, too.
We'll take a timeout here, a commercial from Lynx. We'll be back in just a moment.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes is proud to support West Washington Senator football and wish them a great season. Stop by and see us for all your school fan gear. We offer a wide variety of tees, hoodies, hats, and more. We also offer custom screen printing and embroidery for your team, business, or event. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and have been serving our community for over 15 years. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, they're 9 to 3. Stop in or call us at 812-883-4154. That's 812-883-4154. Shop local and save.
All right, back here live, Art Sanders Field, 36-0 our score here, West Washington all over Crawford County. Crawford taking the time out here with 7:09 to go in this second quarter. West Washington was second down and 3 here. That word from Lynx Clothing and Shoes, and we appreciate their sponsorship as well, longtime sponsor of county sports here in Washington
We
County.
even got the Lynx family in the box with us. Rick's up here with us. So
second down and 3 now. Kenton will take the snap out of the gun. Got pressure coming. He's going to get hit and go down as Casper again comes through for the sack.
Somebody's missing a block on that side.
There. Yeah, they're just leaving him, and he's coming wide open from the blind side.
Yeah, there's somebody is missing a protection or missing a read over there, because that's twice he's come clean. Nobody's touched him over there. So I don't know if that's a lineman needing to pick him up or a back on that side or what.
I don't know where he's coming off the end.
Yeah, he's coming off the end.
Corner, he's coming hard. Yeah, they got him up playing tight. He's almost in the linebacker position as he sets up there about 3 yards deep, and he's just coming untouched. Loss of 10 on the play on the sack. Kenton will go out of the gun, turn, hand it off. Roberts counter. He's got open field. He's not going to be denied as he's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Roberts, as he takes it in as Ethan scores again, and this time from 47 yards out. So another touchdown run by Roberts with 6:13 to go here in the first half.
Well, on that play, we flipped Hunter Thompson to the opposite side to pick up Casper, who had come free the last 2 times, and then we run away from him. So, I mean, that's the key there that, the coaching staff for the Senators saw. And, hey, we've got to block him, and then if he's coming hard, let's run away from him.
Right, absolutely. A bunch of scores coming in now. Looked like Brownstown was on top 7-0 over Silver Creek. Charlestown 16-0 over Salem in the first half. So that's the scores we got right now. Kenton will throw on the extra point, and he hits his man in the end zone.
When he let that go, I thought that was going to Grayson out of the backfield, and I was like, there's no way Grayson's going to get to that ball. But then
that was Thompson again on
Thompson
the reception.
broke on that ball, so that's a good job there by Hunter to get to that ball that Kenton threw. So
the score now 44-0 here in this first half of play, and it's been all West Washington to this point as we continue to keep you updated here, and we will with the scores at the half coming up.
The halftime show tonight, actually here at West Washington, they're going to announce all of the youth league football players.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
Great honor for them. I know the kids there in my room were excited to be able to get out on the field.
Yeah, run out on this field on Friday night.
They've all got their jerseys on, which uniquely match.
They mimic
the high school kids. Not many places do you go that you see the youth league kids have matching jerseys to the high school kids.
Yeah, and I tell you, I got a special place in my heart for those youth league kids. I just worked with them for years and years and years, and unfortunately that ended this year, but we won't go into any detail on that. But anyway, those kids work hard, and they just
they want their Friday nights too.
It's great to see them, and that's what builds the excitement into your football program is that youth program. So glad to see them. We'll get them announced here at the half. Holloway back out again. His leg's getting a workout here tonight. His younger brother's got 2 interceptions.
Yeah, the question is which Holloway is leading tonight, the most kickoffs or the most INTs?
Yeah, well, 2 for the younger Holloway as Clayton will come out, the senior, to kick the ball back into play. It's another nice deep kick. Be fielded by Casper at about the 15. He'll bring it out, come towards the West Washington sideline, and guess who makes the tackle? Holloway. He comes straight down the middle of the field and made that tackle there. That was the younger Holloway, 52, Landon.
Well, he's staying on the field. Maybe this is INT number 3.
It could be. He's done a nice job there in the middle of that defense for the Senators here tonight. They've had themselves quite a game.
Which really takes over McFeeder's spot, because that's where McFeeder's normally played, was mostly in the center of the field. So, he's stepping up and taking over for Roper, who's out with his shoulder injury. So
1st and 10 Wolfpack at their own 31-yard line is where they'll spot it. So Senators bring the defense back out, enjoying a 44-0 lead here, and still 6:07 to go in the first half. Brooks will bring the offense out for Crawford County. He'll spread a couple receivers wide to the far side, and he'll go under center for this first down snap. He'll step under there, takes the ball, just short pass out here in the flat, grabbed there by number 22. The reception by Ashton Arnold, good for about a 5-yard pickup across the 35 to the 36. So a 5-yard gain, 2nd down and 5 now for the Wolfpack.
At the half, Silver Creek is down 14-0 to Brownstown. So,
I knew that would be a good football game. I really felt like Silver Creek, might have the upper hand there, but Brownstown playing well. They've not been beaten. I tell you, when they get on a roll up there, they got one of the best coaches in the state in Reed May, and he really gets those kids to buy into what he's doing, and it's showing again this season.
I believe I read somewhere that they have 22 seniors.
Yeah, they got a big bunch of kids. Snap will come here on 2nd down. They get it out in the flat. Casper makes a reception, gets a 1st down and more, as he's able to pick up about 16 yards on that reception up to the 50-yard line, where he's tackled and brought down there by a Senator, and it'll be 1st and 10 Crawford. So only the 3rd first down of the night for Crawford County, and that'll set them up at their own 49-yard line. A new set of downs here for the Wolfpack, 4:50 to go here in this first half of play.
We see Titan Williams down on the sideline warming up, so we may see
him
we may see some Titan in action. The live stream play-by-play guy for basketball season. Looking forward to that. All of those of you out there watching, basketball season has already been loaded. So if you're looking for the games, they're already up on the IHSAA website, so you can see which games are going to be broadcast. Bubba, you're doing the boys' games along with your boys, so it's going to be the Abbott show for the boys' game, and then Titan Williams and Gabe Porter will be doing the girls' games.
Oh, great.
So going to be covering all of those for you.
First down throw here by Crawford. Almost a backwards pass there, but they say it's incomplete. So Brooks trying to sling it out here to the sideline. It falls down and hits the ground. So 2nd down and 10 now for the Wolfpack. Stops the clock with 4:21 to go here in the first half. West Washington 44, Crawford nothing.
Another score rolling in. Scottsburg 28, Eastern 16.
Yep, I knew that would be a lot of good games going around. And Corden was beating Providence, which was kind of a surprise in the first half. So we'll update you at the half. Brooks now 2nd down and 10. He'll go out of the gun this time. Trips formation here to the near side. He'll try to run it, gets to the outside, going to get hit and go down.
That's
Good
Ethan
sack
Roberts
there
in on
by
that one,
Roberts.
Yeah.
As Roberts come across from his defensive end position to make the hit, and a loss there of about 7 yards. So it'll bring up 3rd and 17 now for the Wolfpack, as Roberts been all over the field on both sides of the ball and made a great defensive tackle there. 43-yard lines where they'll spot it, so it'll be 3rd down and 17 now for the Wolfpack, as Brooks will bring a play in from the sideline. Other than that first drive, they just haven't been able to
string together 3 or 4 plays to get the ball really moving.
And they've turned it over.
Yeah.
So that's cost them 3 times here tonight. Brooks out of the gun. Snap will come. He fakes the handoff. Now he'll run it just up the middle. Gets hit there at about the 49, the original line of scrimmage. It
takes
goes
3 or 4 Senators to bring him down, though.
He's a big kid. Yep. Goes down. They'll spot it right at the 50. So it'll be 4th and about 9 now for the Wolfpack at the midfield marker, the 50-yard line, right on top of Senator Sam there, as they'll get ready and get set here on 4th down. Brooks will look to punt this thing away. Now they're going to step in and go for it. Why not here?
Yeah.
So Brooks will set the offense.
Crawford's not sure
They're
where
not
they're
sure
going.
what they're going to do here, but Brooks will go out of the gun. 4th down and 9 at the 50-yard line. He'll set them now. Timeout will come. So we'll take a break as well here. And West Washington on top here in this one, 44-0 over the Crawford County Wolfpack.
At Eddie Gilstrap, our customers are family. Rated in the top 6% nationwide in Ford dealers, we pride ourselves on our no-pressure environment, honesty, and integrity. Come see us today and discover why we're different. Eddie Gilstrap Motors.
When you hit that water, you're going to want to look for weeds, sunken structures, down trees, stuff like that. And let that breeze tell you where you want to go. Windy days like this, those bait fish will come swimming closer to shore. They'll bring the big boys with them, those bass and those pike. Now, they like cooler temperatures, so you ain't likely to have much luck.
You're good at giving fishing advice. We're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
I've always been with live bait.
Back live on WWSR here. All Senators tonight so far, 44-0 over the Wolfpack. Lots of other games out and around, so if you've got scores that you want to let us know about, be sure to shoot them our way. We're doing our best to get them all out to you. One score that really doesn't affect the southern half of the state a whole lot, but in central Indiana, Lawrence North, I believe they're number 6 in 6A, is playing Center Grove, number 1 in 6A, and it's all Center Grove, 29-6 in the first half.
All right, so we come back here 4th and 9 after the timeout by Crawford. Ball right at the 50-yard line, and the Wolfpack going forward here. Brooks out of the gun. He'll set 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Snap will come here. It does, and offsides against West Washington.
We're going to get an offsides. We jumped early.
Early as we jump across there. So we'll see what they call.
Apparently it's
they say it's against
going to be on them.
So 24 jumps for the Wolfpack.
Well, I saw Keller on our side moving, so I'm not sure that.
Yeah, Cody Wheatley, the running back, moved in the backfield. I didn't see that either. I saw a Senator go across.
Yeah.
It'll be 4th down, about 14 as they move back to the 45. Brooks will set up there in the gun. Trips formation to the right. He'll roll that way and looks to throw. Got time. Bombs it down the field. Got a man picked off by the Senators there as Johnston goes
comes
up
down with it. Nice job by Wyatt to pull that one down.
So the 3rd interception of the night. This time it's Wyatt Johnston, 2 by Holloway, the younger Holloway. Who has had himself quite a game. So the 3rd interception of the night and another turnover by Crawford. Their 4th of this first half of play. And
2:18 left to go here in the first half. And it's one of those, this may be the last time we see the varsity guys on this field. Depending on the sectional draw. We're hoping we're here. We love the friendly confines of Art Sanders, but it could be the last time some of these seniors are on the field right here this drive.
So Kenton Chase will bring him out once again. The offense sets here. He'll take the snap on 1st down, hand it off backfield as Grayson McCoy will bring it across the line of scrimmage out for about a 3-yard pickup as he takes it out to about the 23-yard line. So 2nd down and 7. McCoy with a gain of 3 on that carry. 1:56 still to go here in this first half of play. 2nd down and 7 for the Senators here. As they'll
32,
get set.
Tyler Miller checks in as a wide receiver on this side of the field.
Snap will come. Titan Williams in there at quarterback too. He'll pitch the ball. It goes back, and Hudson Crest, he'll break a tackle, takes it in for a 1st down and gets tackled in the
He ran about 40 yards.
Secondary.
Ran 40 yards, but only picked up about 18.
Yeah, got about 18 there for Hudson. So another great run out of the backfield. And they'll move the chains with 1:33 to go, 1st and 10. West Washington as they set up there at the 37, 38-yard line. Clock will start back up here, and Titan will go out of the gun. Williams in the backfield at quarterback. He'll take the snap here on 1st down. He does, turns, throws it. Got a man open, wide open. Johnson makes a grab. Got 2 guys to beat. Still on his feet, breaks a tackle. He's down to the 10, the 5, and finally drugged down
at about the
at
4.
the 4-yard line. So a pass play there from Williams goes all the way down to the 4-yard line. So that was a 53-yard reception there by Johnston. So Titan with that throw, and his first one is a good one. 53
That's the way to come into the game, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You come in, you throw.
He's like, Coach, hey, I can get it done too. And he has done a nice job for us this year. Step in those 2 games.
in a bad situation, and probably not getting a whole lot of reps, and then becomes the guy.
So the Senators knocking on the door under a minute. Titan will take the snap, looks to throw, goes to the corner of the end zone. Got a guy there. He makes the grab. No, he bobbled it, and it fell out of his hands. Man, that was a nice throw by Titan. He put it up there high, and Thompson just couldn't pull it in, and it'll fall incomplete. So that'll stop the clock with 41 seconds, and it'll be 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line.
That was a heck of a throw.
That was
if
a
you
great
go back
throw.
and watch that, I know I threw a replay up there, but holy smokes, that's a heck of a throw by Titan.
Yeah, he threw it up deep and in the corner.
There was only one guy who could get to it. So
and he almost did. So Titan on 2nd down and goal. Snap will come. He takes it, counters back the other way. McCoy, the ball carrier, and he takes it in for the touchdown.
Crawford did a nice job of tackling. The problem is they tackled our lineman instead of our back with the ball. So they brought down 78, which I believe is Holloway, isn't it?
I'm not sure who's 78
No,
is.
J.G. Cruz. They brought down J.G. Cruz, but the problem was Grayson McCoy was right behind him, which if you're going to hide behind somebody, J.G.'s a good one.
J.G.'s a big target. 4-yard run by McCoy, so that puts the Senators up 50-0 here as the 35 seconds to go here in the first half. Senators to go for 2. Titan will take it out of the gun. Snap will come here. He takes it, drops back, wants to throw, goes to the corner end zone. Got a man there. Same play they almost scored on, and they'll score here for the 2-point conversion. So Titan in the corner of the end zone, and a flag down.
We got some laundry on the field, so I'm not sure that one's going to count. May come back.
Let's see. Who made that reception? Was that Johnston?
No, that was 20, I believe.
Oh, Stice.
Yeah, Stice with the catch there. But I believe
that's against West Washington.
Yeah, we're backing it up.
Holding penalty was the call.
Okay. I didn't see what the signal was.
They finally did signal it, so that'll bring it back to about the 13-yard line or so, and the Senators will have to go for it again there on the 2-point conversion.
Well, here's where Titan can throw that
fade
again.
He can throw that fade again in the corner of the end zone, and they bring in Sprouse. He'll run the route on this side. Jackson Cameron, I believe, on the other side. Snap will come. Titan rolls, wants to throw. Takes off with it at the last second. He's going to run it. And he stops just short of the goal line.
Isn't able to get in, gets hit, and gets pushed out of bounds. That's one of those, the difference between somebody who's played a lot of quarterback and somebody who's played just a little bit.
If he would have just kept going and reached out with the ball, probably would have crossed the plane.
Put his head down and gone over somebody. Titan wasn't ever a quarterback.
No.
he didn't come up as a quarterback.
He's kind of been thrown into that role and done a nice job, though. He's threw some good balls here.
He's got a really nice ball, really catchable ball.
Yes.
I know that's a word that, every receiver loves to hear. It's a catchable ball when you throw it.
Him and Kenton are 2 different quarterbacks. Kenton, throws he's kind of a gunslinger. He puts some power behind it, whereas Titan a little more finesse.
Yeah, kind of drops it right in the basket.
And that one throw down here where Thompson almost caught it for the touchdown was beautiful. And then he threw that one on the 2-point conversion try that was good, but the holding penalty brought it back, so he had to take off with it that time. Almost ran it in.
Yeah.
So 50-0.
And for a guy who hasn't played a whole lot of quarterback, has always been a receiver, it's a whole different thing, and he does a great job of just managing the game.
Yes, he does. And,
not to take anything away from Kenton. Kenton does a great job also. But Titan comes in and manages the game.
Sure does. And, for him to be thrown to the wolves there against Paoli coming in that first quarter and played really, really well, I thought, and then done the same thing the next week against Valley. So, he's really played well for a kid that, had never played quarterback before. Holloway kicking it off once again with 35 seconds. This one will be a nice deep kick fielded back there by Brooks at about the 22-yard line. He'll find a seam in the middle, then gets hit, and finally goes down up at about the 32-yard line. 28
seconds left to go here in the first half. Second half will be a running clock after we get all of the Youth League kids announced here. But, that mercy rule put in place by the IHSAA to allow those games to kind of get moving along.
Right.
So running clock, whole second half.
Yep, that's what we'll see. So 1st and 10, Wolfpack at their own 33-yard line is where they'll set up here. Senators will set their defense here. And Crawford will come out here with 28 seconds to go here in the first half. West Washington 50, Crawford nothing here. Brooks once again will set up under center. They always go under center on first down, it seems like. He'll take it, turn. They try to run a little counter back the other way to Casper.
Around the edge, which is a nice run.
Yeah, nice run. He gets hit.
After he runs into his own player in the backfield there, so.
Got a gain of about 2 yards there before the Senators up to make the hit. And they bring him down there. Big number 71 for West Washington, Garrett Cooper, making
the senior
that first hit.
Coming in, first time we've called his name tonight.
Brooks out of the gun, rolls back, clock expires here. He'll have time to throw it. He's got a man wide open.
Slings it out there.
And, two Senators going for it. They would have picked it off again as they had two guys there, Sprouse along with Holloway, but they knock it down, and that's the end of the first half of play here from West Washington as the Senators lead at 50-0 over the Wolfpack. We're going to take an extended break here, a word from all our sponsors, and then we'll come back here with our halftime report. Once again, our halftime score. West Washington 50, Crawford County nothing.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday 9 to 6, and Saturday 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today, 812-883-4154. After 2 years of study and research, the Washington County Community Foundation launched its first proactive initiative, Youth First, in 2007. Their goal was to create a positive environment within the county where youth are valued, their needs come first, and investments are made in their well-being. In 2011, Youth First merged with the YMCA to best serve youth through their common commitments to youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. This merger allowed for further utilization of Youth First missions and the possibility to grow development assets in our community more initially.
We chose West Washington because of the academic excellence to help prepare me to be a doctor. We chose West Washington because of the quality of our athletics and because of the championships we've won.
We chose West Washington because once you step into these walls, you're family.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to ihsaatv.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
After 2 years of study and research, the Washington County Community Foundation launched its first proactive initiative, Youth First, in 2007. Their goal was to create a positive environment within the county where youth are valued, their needs come first, and investments are made in their well-being. In 2011, Youth First merged with the YMCA to best serve youth through their common commitments to youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. This merger allowed for further utilization of Youth First missions and the possibility to grow development assets in our community more initially.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Commissioner's Corner, our weekly conversation with Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig, and talk about all things IHSAA related. And Paul, you are in the middle of wrapping up principals meetings around the state. Tell me how that's gone so far.
It's been wonderful. You know, we had an opportunity to attend 8 different places within the last state. So we certainly, the commercial about Wonder Indiana, we've been wondering. And it's been really neat to be be back in touch with our schools to talk about Education First Athletics. Got to shake some hands and see some smiles that we've not seen in 2 years, and it's been really a good experience for both member schools and the association.
Well, generally speaking, what's on the mind of the principals and everybody around the state relative to high school sports?
I think there's several things, Bob. I think one, what they're concerned about is society a little bit and where we're going, and they want to make sure that a system that was created in 1903 that promotes the education side of athletics first stays in place, stays intact. They want to make sure that we still have bylaw support of a student athlete, and there's an emphasis on the student. And that's kind of been refreshing to know that our schools still care about the education side, students getting that first degree in their life, that high school diploma, and then the athletic participation comes in next. And our schools are really supportive of that message and want to make sure that that stays in the forefront of what we do.
Well, you're unique. I was going to say you're uniquely challenged because of opportunities that student athletes have during the off season with AAU sports and other amateur outlets that they have. And one could argue that those in some way really are a challenge to what you're trying to accomplish at the IHSAA level.
They are. And, there are certainly systems out there where students can focus on their craft of participation or skill development in summertime and AAU and club. And we certainly don't want to stand in the way of a student getting better. But when it comes into the platform that we allow the student athletes to participate on, the education requirement has to come first. We're talking about teaching every kid within a school to be a productive member of society. The vast majority of student athletes that participate in our system, they're not going to go on and play collegiately. They may become rec sports. They may become a fan at some point. Come back and buy the ticket to support the game that they learned to love at high school. While we never want to stand in the way of a great athlete that can play at the next level, we have to have a system that supports the next fan and the next coach and the next teacher along the way and protect that experience. I often say our decision-making structure really is pointed at the last student who makes a team in a program. And as long as we're doing something that allows that student athlete to develop, I think we have our eye on the right prize.
He is the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. This is our weekly conversation. We call it the Commissioner's Corner. All right, so we're at week 5 now of high school football. Is it 5 or 6? I think it's 5. I'm trying to keep track.
We're walking into 5,
I just know we are making great progress. And you're going to be in tournament mode for some of our other fall sports. Am I right?
We actually started our girls golf tournament this past weekend. We go regional, and in 2 short weeks, we're going to be on the north side of Indianapolis at Prairie View Golf Course, our home, celebrating girls golf state championship. So, and then, all the rest of the fall sports will soon wrap after that. But yeah, we're here, we're playing, and we're going to give out some hardware real soon, some medals and some trophies.
Well, we're marching toward Thanksgiving, where we're going to be playing football championships. And to this point, what's your perception of how football has gone in terms of competition levels and excitement and all the other things that are involved in a Friday night around our state?
We drive a lot of miles annually, and our staff is out visiting schools. And what I see is excitement. I see enthusiasm, and I see big crowds. Everywhere I've gone, the fans have shown up in full to come out and watch their community. And I know we've talked before. I just think when you lose something, which we did, and when we couldn't participate, people understand how valuable it is. And I think our communities love high school sports. They love supporting their team and their community, and they're out watching them. And so the crowds, and the one thing I'm really enthused about is the student crowds have been back. They're rambunctious and full of fun from what I've seen.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Back to live action here at Art Sanders Field, where the Senators are up 50-0 over Crawford. We're still out there, well, we're not, but they're still announcing all of the youth, football players, whether that's all the way down from 3rd and 4th grade all the way up. We're now to middle school, and we used the word gunslinger earlier when we were talking about Kenton Chase. Well, Holden Russell standing out there. Talk about a gunslinger. That kid throws the ball all over the place from every angle, and he just lets it. He hauls back and just lets it fly no matter where it is.
I tell you what, I was fortunate enough to watch its middle school bunch play over at Salem here a couple weeks ago, and I was really impressed. They come out, ran the offense to a T, and as you mentioned, Russell, going to be a great up-and-coming quarterback for the Senators down the road.
Well, he does kind of get it honest because his dad is his play caller.
That's
so
true.
I mean,
Darren was a good one. I watched Darren play a lot of years at Salem, and he could sling it around the field as well. And this varsity bunch slinging it here tonight, 50-0 here at the half. Running down our first half scoring, the Senators got on the board first. 5:42 to go in the ball game in that first quarter, and an 80-yard touchdown run by Roberts as Roberts took it. Ethan took it 80 yards for the score, 6-0. Grayson McCoy on the 2-point conversion run, 8-0 at that point. After a turnover by the Wolfpack on a fumble, the Senators made them pay. A 1-yard plunge for Roberts, his second score of the night, 14-0. McCoy's run this time was no good, and the score stood at 14. Then on the first play of the second quarter, 11:54 to go, Kenton Chase threw a 7-yard touchdown pass in the corner of the end zone to the senior Hunter Thompson, good for a 7-yard strike. McCoy's run again was no good, and it was 20-0. Senators come right back after that, after an interception, another turnover by Crawford County, and Hudson Crest taking it in from 1 yard out for the score, 26-0. McCoy's run was good that time, 28-zip. And then we had Holloway's pickoff. Landon Holloway, number 52, picks it off, ran it in a pick six from about 34 yards out, 34-0. Roberts ran it in for the 2-point score. It was 36-zip at that point. Senators weren't done. After another interception, Roberts made them pay with a 47-yard touchdown run, 42-0. They threw the ball in the end zone to Thompson again. It was 44-zip on the 2-point conversion pass. And then after the third interception of the first half, McCoy with a 4-yard touchdown run. It was 50-0. Titan Williams in the ball game at that point at quarterback, threw it, and it was no good as he it was good on the throw, but then they got it called back, and he had to run it from 13 yards out, just short of the goal line.
Got 12.5.
Yeah, he was right there. So our score remains 50-0. We'll have a running clock here the second half, and the Senators just all over the Wolfpack at this point.
One score that I see out there, we announced it earlier, but Scottsburg up 34-22 over the Eastern Musketeers at the half.
Yeah, there was a lot of scores from around. I haven't got one from the Salem game.
I haven't got one yet.
It was 16-0.
Early in the second.
Charlestown.
Yeah.
Early in the second quarter.
Right.
So
I believe it's 16-0 at half. That was the last one I saw.
We'll see if we can't get an update. I got my buddy over here working on that.
Yeah.
Tim tries to take care of that for us, so he's working on it now. But
Edinburgh up over Rock Creek 48-0. Edinburgh not in our sectional, but in our basketball boys and girls sectional. So kind of a unique situation with them. As I'm scrolling trying to find, those are the only scores that I'm getting at the moment. So if you've got a score out there, be sure to shoot it to us. Let us know.
We'll give Tim some credit here. Corden up 21-6 over Providence at the half. He'll try to get some others up from around the area as we move towards this third quarter start here. It looks like Salem's still down 16-0 to Charlestown. That game on the road down at Charlestown. And I'll tell you, we were talking before the game, Claude Combs and I, about the field here. Brownstown still up over Silver Creek 14-0 in that one, up at Brownstown for that Mid-Southern Conference crown. But anyway, we were talking about the field. I tell you, West Washington's grass field here is about as good as any I've seen. And you made the comment, too, before the game, it hadn't got played on a whole lot this year because we had some home games that were canceled, and then just hadn't been tore up a lot. But, man, give a great shout-out to our staff over here. that takes care of this field. This thing looks like $1 million.
Oh, you couldn't ask for a better, football field in high school football,
yeah,
than
for
Art
grass
Sanders Field on Friday night.
It's as good as any that I've seen for a long time.
And then the Senator Sam painted in the middle. I mean,
they've done a nice job.
We take that for granted, and then when it's not out there, I came out and set up this morning. All the broadcast stuff and looked, and it wasn't there. And then I come back at 5 o'clock, and boom, there it is.
Yeah, and that takes a lot of work. That's a big Senator Sam out there in the middle of the field.
Just to give you guys an idea how big that is, when the stencil for that was purchased, they spread it out on the basketball floor, and it covered almost all of the basketball floor on how tall it is. Nobody realizes how tall that mascot is out there. It's 10 yards wide, but it's super tall.
Yeah, individually in that first half, too, running down the individual stats. Of course, Roberts with 3 touchdowns, but he's carried the ball 4 times, only 4 carries, and 4 carries for 99 yards for Ethan Roberts in the first half. Holloway has carried the ball, let's see here, 5 times for 23 yards. Johnston, 2 carries for 6 yards. And then Hudson Crest, 3 carries for 28 yards for the Senators. So pretty good ground game there the first half, only about 160 yards total on the ground, but they've had short field a lot. And then the 2 quarterbacks, Kenton Chase was 3 of 4 for 27 yards and a touchdown. And then Titan Williams come in through the 53-yard touchdown or 53-yard pass. Holloway, the reception on that, he's got 2 catches for 60 yards to lead the Senators receiving-wise here in this first half of play. So lots of guys getting involved in the offense.
One score that I just got updated, maybe from what we said earlier, Brownstown up 14-7 over Silver Creek.
Silver Creek scored.
9:03 left to go in the third. So Silver Creek was able to get one in there.
Yeah, absolutely. So those scores keep coming. You can send them to us here, text them in, and then we've got some guys working on them up here in the box with us.
We got all kinds of help, isn't it? Isn't it nice to have all kinds of help?
Man, I'm telling you, for years, not saying I didn't have help, because I did, had some good help over the years, but great to be here in the press box and bringing you this. And I tell you, it's just great. It's been great working with you guys. And unfortunately, Coach Mills not able to help us tonight as he had some other duties, but the professor over here, Craig Akers, with me, and just makes my job real easy. I just got to show up and talk, and if you know me very well, you know I can talk with the best of them. I might not quite be as good as Claude Combs, but
he's got a little more experience, maybe.
Me and Claude on the radio together would be a power struggle.
There we go. There we go.
I need to get Claude in some basketball games.
We were talking earlier.
He does the announcing, so I might have to take him on the road with me and do a road game basketball-wise. And him and I would be we might get arrested. Well, no, we wouldn't.
No, he knows everybody. Claude knows everybody.
Yeah, he'd get us out of that. So if I was by myself, I might get arrested.
He might get you arrested.
Yeah, he might. He might get me in some trouble, but that'd be all right.
Claude said earlier he'd been doing this for 40-plus years.
Yeah, 40 years he's been announcing these games, and we just appreciate all his support. Kickoff here, the second half. Senators kicking it off. Casper with the return as he brings it up to the 25, where he's hit and goes down there. So the Senator defense will set up there. Good job by West Washington in coverage. Number 56 coming up off the bottom of that pile, Austin Cole, the senior. So good to see him getting a stop there on the special teams. And that's where Crawford will start 1st and 10 here in this second half. They'll start it at the 27-yard lines where they'll spot it. And that's where they'll set the chains, and we're ready to go here in this third quarter. Brooks will set up out of the gun this time. Usually he's been going under center, but he's going to go wide. They'll spread the field. As he sets up and wants to throw it, he will. He bombs it out there in the flat. And
right through the hands.
Man, he had a guy wide open, just couldn't make the catch. Brooks throws a nice ball.
Yeah.
And
was that 88 again?
Yeah, 88, the intended receiver out there, which is Matt Stroud. But Stroud just let that one slip right between his fingers, and it's incomplete. 2nd down and 10 now for the Wolfpack at their own 27. That's where they'll set up here, and Brooks will go back to work as he stands back there in the gun to take this snap. They'll set up 2 receivers wide to each side of the field, and the snap will come on second down. He throws it out here in the flat. Catch made there, 24. Wheatley, the reception, as he makes the grab, wheels around and picks up several yards, enough for a first down.
First down, move those chains over there.
Right at a 10-yard pickup for Crawford. So it'll be 1st and 10 as they move the chains on the far side. Up at the 37-yard line. Senators still rotating some younger guys in and out.
In comes 75.
So they're keeping it going in there. So 1st and 10 now. Brooks will go under center, takes a snap, drops back, wants to throw. He bombs the interception. Holloway again. It's his second one. He could score again, and he probably will unless Brooks can get to him.
Able to get to him and bring him down.
He saves his second pick six of the night.
I believe
and that's the third interception.
That's the third interception for him. I believe that ties the school record. I believe.
Wow.
Farmer had it with 3, so now he ties it with 3.
Landon Holloway with that interception.
Oh, and this is bad because I think we've got Brooks down on the far side.
Brooks and Holloway, they're both down.
They're both down. Brooks definitely going to hurt the Crawford team if he's unable to come back in.
He got up on his own there, but Holloway's still down.
Holloway's still down.
Over there on the far side.
He's got a cramp in his foot.
You
can see they're stretching that out. I think that's Coach Tankersley over there has got him stretching that out.
He goes down there at about the 3-yard line, so he almost scored on his second pick six of the night. That would have been. He had one earlier in the game for the 6 points, but this one here, he'll go down, and he gets up, though, and he's going to walk off, just a cramp.
I think it's just a cramp, and you can see him hopping. It's cramping up again as he's going.
Boy, he's played a heck of a ball game here tonight. His third interception on the night. And he'll limp it off. Here's that leg cramping up pretty bad on him as he hobbles off the field. Senators will bring the offense back out onto the field, and they'll set up 1st and goal at the 5-yard line, we'll call it, as looks like Kenton back in there at quarterback for this series. Roberts with him in the backfield. Snap will come here on 1st and goal from the 5. It does. He'll drop back, wants to throw, sets it up, goes to the end zone. Got a guy there. Intercepted, I believe. No, he dropped
pops
it.
Out. So.
Yep, Crawford player had it there, and then he lost it at the last second. That was 22 down there, Austin Arnold.
Yeah, the intended receiver was Sprouse, and Sprouse was unable to get to it, but brought in his defensive back abilities to knock it out on the way down.
That's where, and not taking anything away from Kenton, but that's where Titan, being a little taller.
Yeah, he can see it.
He can see it, and he gets the ball out in front of the receiver where Kenton was a little bit tighter throw.
I think Titan's grown probably 3 or 4 inches since last year.
Titan's tall.
He walked into my room earlier this week, and I looked up at him, and he's always been taller than me.
Yeah.
But I looked up at him, and I was like, holy smokes, you've grown even more.
So incomplete pass brings up a 2nd and goal from the 5. Chase back there in the gun with Roberts. Snap will come. He'll pitch it wide. It'll go to Sprouse. He gets hit and goes down for a big loss as Sprouse pushed back to the 15-yard line and a flag.
Able to bring him down.
So Sprouse getting a little carried away after the play, and Coach probably won't like that one.
They're going to get him right there.
Yeah, Braxton's got to learn to
apparently not.
Not say anything.
Send him back out. Wyatt Johnson comes in.
So 15-yard unsportsmanlike after a loss back to the 14-yard line. So that's going to bring it way back to close to the 30 is where they'll spot it at the 29-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and goal from there for the Senators at the 29.
2nd and 29.
Yeah, might as well say that. Senators will split 2 receivers wide, 1 to each side of the field. Kenton Chase out of the gun will take it, rolls out, wants to throw. Got time, sets up, slings it out there. Catch is made, and that was Thompson who come back to make the grab right at about the 15-yard line where they'll spot it. So gain of 14 there as Kenton completes that one.
Nice sling there, gunslinger, like we were talking about, off that back foot and that sidearm kind of delivery there. We've been so used to seeing Holden Bousman back there doing that same thing,
Boy, Holden could sure sling it. I so enjoyed, and I hate it through his career. I didn't get to see any more games than I did of him throwing the football. But, man, he could take off on the run and just throw the ball like a
side
tight
arm
spiral from his side. Yeah, it was something.
And his feet didn't even have to be set. I mean, his hips would be open, his feet wouldn't be set, and he'd still sling it, and it'd be a spot-on pass. So that's from a lot of hours of just throwing the ball.
A lot of work. Him and Phillip over the years spent a lot of time working on that. But, yeah, he was a joy to watch, that's for sure. So 4th and goal now from the 16-yard line. And this would be where if you had a field goal kicker, you try to kick it.
Yeah. I don't know that we've got anybody that's even tried one.
Nah, we haven't. So Kenton will set up there. Have to get this ball into the end zone here. Snap will come on 4th down. It does. He drops back, wants to throw, rolls out here to his right. Got pressure coming. Gets away from it, slings it. Catch is made there by Johnston, but he's going to be
just not
short.
enough to get into the end zone. Nice throw there by Kenton to get it to Wyatt, but Wyatt's going to be about, 6 yards short of the end zone?
About 6 to the 9-yard lines where they'll spot it right at the 10 almost. Nope, I'm wrong. Right at the 5.
Yeah, so he comes up short there, and nothing against the throw. It's just you got to get in the end zone.
Yeah, that penalty, the 15-yarders really will kill us, and we've seen that throughout the year. Those penalties come at bad times. Of course, this game kind of out of control, but when you're in tight games, you can't make those mistakes, and those are just mental mistakes, and that's something I know irritates coach. And,
those are the penalties that drive the head coach crazy and give them more gray hair than what they've already got.
Trips formation for the Wolfpack shown here deep in their own territory at the 5. Brooks will go under center. He likes to just sling it out there, but they'll run it this time. They toss it to Arnold.
Wide.
He'll go wide. Arnold trying to cut the corner and gets cut down after he gets it out to about the 15-yard line. They'll spot him about the 13. So a pickup there of about 7 yards by Arnold.
But second and manageable. I mean, you can manage that.
2nd and 3, and that's what they need to do on 1st down. They've been trying to throw it a lot on 1st down, and Holloway's picked it off 3 times, and he's back out there.
He's back out there. He's looking for 4.
He's wanting number 4.
He wants that record on his own.
Yeah. So he'll set up there at his linebacker position. 2nd down and 3 for the Wolfpack. The ball setting at the 13-yard line. Brooks will go out of the gun once again here for Crawford County. He'll set up there. Snap will come. It does. He drops back, wants to throw. He gets it out there, bombs it towards the sideline, and it's incomplete. Goes through the receiver's hands again. Number 88, Stroud, the intended receiver. No good. So it'll be 3rd down and 3 now. Right there at about the 14-yard line.
Senators bring in 2 new faces, I believe, that come in off the side.
Bunch around.
Trying to get everybody in the game. Coach Gibby there still calling his defense. Defense doesn't change. He's not changing a thing no matter the personnel. It's the same. It's been the same call.
So they'll set up here, 3rd down and short for the Wolfpack as Brooks will take the snap at his own 13-yard line. Snap will come. He'll turn, counter. They bring it to the Senator side of the field this time. Casper, the ball carrier, as he'll get hit and go down, but picked up good yardage out to about the 24.
It's enough for a 1st down. Move those chains.
So Casper with a 9-yard pickup there. 1st and 10 for the Wolfpack. So that play worked pretty well as they get it to the outside.
Here's what you like to see as you're looking at the Senator sideline. Even when these players are coming off, the coaches are still grabbing them, still talking them up, still coaching them up. Getting them in the correct position, whether that's, the 1st string guys, the 2nd string guys, the guys that, haven't been in the game yet, they're still grabbing them, still coaching them up.
2 receivers split wide to each side as Brooks will go under center on 1st down at the 24. He'll take it, pitch it wide. He'll go to Arnold. Arnold trying to get around a Senator or 2. He finally does cut the corner and gets pushed out of bounds over there at about the 29-yard line.
That was 18 Gavin Ball in the backfield.
Yep, coming up to make the hit and out at about the 29. So a gain of 4. Second down 6 now for the Wolfpack. And when they can do that on first down, they've been pretty successful getting a few yards. But, you know, the Senator's been able to turn them over 4 times in that first
it's one of those, it's few and far between. They do it well, and then they get a penalty
go away
and back
from
up.
it, yeah. Or they turn it over. So second down and 6 now at the 29. Brooks out of the gun this time. As the snap will come back, he'll sling it towards the sideline, and another high throw.
Wyatt
falls incomplete.
Johnson gets his hand almost on it before it goes out of bounds.
Bell, the intended receiver there, so it'll fall incomplete. 3rd and 6 now at the 29 for Crawford, down to a minute to go here in this running clock, 3rd quarter. And more younger kids coming in here for the Senators. So they'll shuffle some more in and out. 3rd and 6, Crawford, as they'll break the huddle, come to the line. Brooks looks like he's going to go under center this time. He will, as he steps up there to move under and take the snap. He turns, counters back, comes towards the center sideline. Ball carrier number 88, I believe there, once again Stroud for the Wolfpack, and he's close to a first down. He's going to be just a little shy, I believe, as they'll mark it at about the 34.5 or so.
That was a really nice stiff arm to get around that corner.
Needs to just barely get it over the 35, and they're about 3 or 4 inches short here.
The wide of the ball.
Yes,
is what
absolutely.
They need.
They don't need much here on 4th down at their own 35. So the clock will wind down. That's probably going to be the last play of this 3rd quarter unless they snap it really quick, and they're not going to.
They're not going to get that one away. So
that'll be it. We'll step away, hear a word from a sponsor, and at the end of the 3rd, it's West Washington 50, Crawford County nothing.
Expertise, resources, commitment. At Sullivan Financial, we offer a team approach to financial planning, offering you a broader scope of expertise than you will likely find in any one person. Clients are our main priority, which is why we work to understand your unique circumstances and ultimately create a distinctive plan that provides a roadmap for your financial journey. Located in Mitchell, Indiana, they can be reached at 812-849-2670. That's 812-849-2670.
Back live here at Art Sanders Field, where the Senators do lead 50-0 going into the 4th quarter over the Crawford County Wolfpack. Been all Senators all night long. I mean, just really no answer yet.
Boy, it sure has been. This drive's probably been the most productive, but still they're just getting a few yards here and there, you know. And Crawford's they do some things really well. It's just they don't stick with it. You know, if I was the Crawford coaching staff, I would continue to try to run the ball wide. It's kind of worked
been
for them
working
a little bit.
You know, if they keep at it, it works.
So they'll set up here 4th and inches for the Wolfpack as we start the 4th quarter here. 12 minutes back up on the clock. They'll set, and Brooks will move under center. He'll probably just keep this. Turns, hands it off, and good for a first down as they pick up about 3 yards on the carry. Out to about the 39-yard line, so that'll move the sticks, and it'll be 1st and 10 there for the Wolfpack as some more younger players coming in here for the Senators. As the younger Holloway will come out. He's had quite a night.
Yeah, Zach Stice also comes in. We've called his name a couple of times, but he comes sprinting onto the field.
So they'll set up here 1st and 10 after they move the chains. 39-yard lines where they'll spot it down. Brooks will go under center, splits 2 receivers wide to each side of the field as he'll set up here and take the snap, turns, hands it off.
Nice
just a
dive
straight
up the
dive
middle.
play up the middle. 22, Ashton Arnold, the ball carrier. And
he got about, 3?
2 or 3 on the carry. We'll give him 3 as he moves it across the 40 out to the 42.
If you keep doing that, you get a first down.
2nd down and 7. I don't know why they haven't done it more. So they'll set up here. 2nd down and 7 at the 42. And they'll bring in the play from the sideline. Brooks will call it, and they'll come to the line. He talks to his fullback there, Arnold, in the backfield. Brooks will go under center to take this snap on second down. He'll take it, turns, fakes a handoff, now throws it out in the flat, and another drop
hits
pass.
him in the hands again.
Man, they throw it out there again, out wide there. 24, Cody Wheatley, the intended receiver, falls incomplete, so it'll bring up 3rd and 7. And, you know, I don't know why they do that. You're running the ball and getting 3 or 4 yards. Just keep running it.
Yeah, 62, Colin Hasty comes into the game. First time we've called his name. He comes sprinting in.
So 3rd down and 7 now for the Senators, or for the Wolfpack, as the Senators set their defense. They'll split 2 receivers here wide to the near, 2 to the far side. Brooks out of the gun this time. Snap will come. He drops back, wants to throw. Got a man open out here in the flat. Catch is made there, number 88, and a nice hit by Sprouse as he comes up to make that hit on 88 Stroud, and Stroud short of the first down, so it'll bring up 4th and 2. Camden Abbott into the game for the first time here tonight.
That's one proud papa probably sitting over there getting on the field first time.
He looks like a boy amongst men out there, though. Camden not very big.
Well, he's playing defensive end. He's going to be just fine.
And he likes a defensive spot. We'll see what he can do here. He'll probably get pushed about 5 yards down the field. We'll see here. He'll set up.
We can go home and watch it on video.
Yeah.
Critique
I can tell him what he's doing wrong. Brooks under center, takes a snap, just tries to dive forward, and he's not going to get it, I don't believe. And he's going to be short.
I'm going to ask you, 60 held up this side of the line pretty
well. He done a good job there. And it'll be Senator ball, so they stop him on 4th down. So, yeah, Camden done a nice job there, and they actually ran it to his side.
Defensive specialist is what we're going to go with there.
So he come up and helped on that tackle. Kind of proud of him. So the Senators
got to take him out for dinner sometime.
Well, yeah, I take him to dinner a lot. Too much, so I'm going to turn him over to Claude.
There you go.
Let him move in with him. All right, Senator offense back out there. Titan Williams this time in at quarterback.
Evan Wills in the backfield.
Evan Wills in the backfield with him, so Titan will set up there. Out of the gun, 1st and 10 at the Crawford 47. He'll set a man in motion, turn, hand it off Wills, the ball carrier, as he crosses the 45 to about the 44, and a flag coming
way
in.
back in the defense.
Judge, way back there. He said he just dropped it. Fell out of his pocket.
I've never seen one fall out that high.
He waved that one off. So Wills with a 3-yard pickup. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 7 now. So the Senators set. Titan Williams out of the gun here. As he'll call the signals, take the snap, hand it off. Hudson Cress will run wide, and that one's going to be motion.
Flag.
That's against the Senators.
Yeah, you could see that one before it started. It was.
They had a couple guys moving before they ever snapped the football.
And these are the kind of things that happen when you get guys in who haven't got a whole lot of reps, haven't got a whole lot of time on the offense, and then you run that motion. You've got kids who aren't used to having to be set, and then here it is, and we get into motion issues. So
that's a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah,
but
from where
they're struggling to move it back. That'll take it back to the 50, so it'll bring
great
up
job over there by Coach Tankersley, who left the down marker right where it was supposed to be until that ball's placed down.
Good thing he did, because the officials were lost. 2nd down and 12 now after the 5-yard penalty. Titan will set the offense. Snap will come. He'll drop back, wants to throw, got time, gets it out there, catch is made. Nice grab, Jackson Cameron making that grab. So Jackson catches his first ball of the night. Jackson, the sophomore wide receiver, good for a gain of 5, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 7 now, and a good ball from Titan. There again, those are the kind of balls that Titan can throw.
Yeah, he's got that floater that he can.
Yeah, he's a receiver's quarterback for sure because he just drops that ball right in there.
Well, when you've been a receiver your whole life, you know
yeah,
how
you know
how you want
throw
it.
That's right. So Titan will set up 3rd and 7 now. Offense will set at the Crawford 45-yard line. Snap will come. He'll drop back, wants to throw again, got pressure. Now he'll have to take off with it. He'll head towards the sideline and get tackled from behind.
I believe that was Casper who drug him down from behind,
Casper
going out of bounds.
come in, yep. So no gain on the play. It'll bring up 4th and 7 now at the 45. 5 minutes to go in the contest, 50-0. This one's going to be over early here at Art Sanders Field as we're nearing the 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
4th down and 7 for the Senators. They're going to go for it. Oh, wow. Looks like they are. Titan.
Well, with all the offensive guys standing on the Senator side of the field, I mean, just all the offensive coaches, I mean, you've got – I think the only guy down there who's a defensive guy is Gibby. Everybody else is an offensive guy.
Snap will come here. They'll hand it off. Wills, he's got running room. He takes it towards the right-hand side and gets a 1st down and more as he takes it all the way down to the 25. They'll spot him out about the 23-yard line. So a 1st down there, and Wills able to pick up good yardage as he picks up about 23 on the carry. So
great job by Wills there, on that carry, able to put his head down and run through some holes that are made by the line.
So 1st and 10 now, and that was a big hole on that. I probably could have scrambled maybe half that yardage.
There you go.
Maybe I probably would have tripped over my own feet, but if I'd had they'll do the pitch this time, and that's going to go for a loss.
Yeah.
They try to go wide.
Brooks there to bring that one down.
Yep,
we're going to get a flag over here on this side. I don't know what happened over here, but we're getting
20. Zach Stice, the ball carrier, he gets tackled for a loss on the play back at the 30.
We got a flag down at the 12.
Oh, wow, that back judge again.
Unsportsmanlike on Crawford, apparently.
Oh, wow. Yep, they're going to call it on them.
So walking it down more yards, so that's going to be a 1st down on the unsportsmanlike, or at least it should be.
That's what the call is. A good call, Craig, as they'll move it all the way down to the 15-yard line. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and about a yard or so for the 1st down here as the clock continues to move. 2:44 to go in the game. Titan hurrying the offense up. He wants to score. He wants to throw one in the end zone. So he'll set up here. 2nd down and short. Set a man in motion. Takes it, turns, hands it off. And once again wheels the ball carrier as he gets the 1st down.
Another flag.
Takes it back to about the 10-yard line before he's hit and brought down.
We'll see what this flag is.
So
it came in.
Yeah, it come in late, but thrown right there in the middle.
And thrown right in the pile.
Face mask. So that's another one against the Wolfpack. And, man, they're just destroying themselves here. That'll take it half the distance. Should be. Should be at the 5-yard line.
Should be at the 5-yard line.
He was down at the 10.
He's down
yeah,
at the
there
10. It's half the distance, so he's got to be at the 5.
I've got enough fingers and toes to add that one up.
That's the financial guy over there in you, right?
That's right. So 1st and goal now as Titan will set up there at the 5-yard line. Snap will come out of the gun. He'll take it. Wants to throw. Goes to the corner of the end zone. Got a guy there. Oh,
not able to bring it in.
The last second.
It's a nice job there by, I believe that was 22.
Yeah, that was one of the Arnolds,
Arnold's that was able to knock that one away. 22, Ashton Arnold.
32, Tyler Miller, the intended receiver. Falls incomplete. Just a minute to go now. 2nd down and goal from the 5 as the play will come in from the sideline. 59 seconds.
Salem starting the 4th quarter down 16-0.
Still 16-0 there, so that was a tight game. We knew it probably would be. As it looks like Coach Lowry just going to let this clock wind down here, 40 seconds. No reason to add insult to injury here, but he's going to let the clock just run out, I believe.
Yeah, delay a game, but it doesn't stop the clock.
Doesn't stop the clock.
Continues to run. So
they'll move it back 5 yards, and that'll be the ball game probably.
Senators going to come out of here with a 50-0 win over Crawford.
Yep, great win once again here. So they even their record at 3-3. Crawford will fall to 2-4, I believe.
Yep, 2-4.
Yeah. So next week coming, Salem. I think that game will go on. There was some talk that, if Salem won tonight, that they might drop our game and try to play Silver Creek because that game got called off for the COVID. Because that could have put them in contention
for an MSC
if Silver Creek would have beat Brownstown, but they were down to Brownstown.
So, I haven't got any updated score from that game
there,
yet.
But anyway, that talk probably going away. So we'll probably be on the road to Salem next week for that county matchup. And we'll bring you all the action here on Senator Radio and West Washington Livestream.
Yeah, I believe that Salem will have the live stream there, so we probably won't live stream it, but we will be out live on our radio. So WWSR will have the game, and once again, thanks to all of our great sponsors who allow us to bring you the games. Run down those one more time for you. The Community Foundation, Gill Straps, the IHSAA, of course, Washington County Community Foundation, Jamie Sullivan, Lynx Clothing and Shoes. Those are our big sponsors that allow us to bring you these games. Heads up for the upcoming things. We've got girls basketball is right around the corner.
Yeah, it's coming. It's almost here.
Yeah, boys basketball coming up. So if you want to jump on and help sponsor and do those things, don't hesitate. Give Darren Russell a call at the school. He'll be able to set you up with how it works and what all you can do. So those are the upcoming ones. We've still got football going on. It's still happening.
And it could go for a long time. If these kids get on a roll here, and we'll find out Sunday who our sectional opponent is, and we'll talk more about that next week at Salem. But looking forward to postseason play here. And Senators playing good ball. They really have. I know Crawford County kind of outmatched here tonight, but the West Washington is starting to gel at the right time and have found some things. Some of these younger kids have been playing have kind of grown up and realized their role, and things working out well. So appreciate everyone tuning in. Appreciate you again. Craig Akers, the professor here for us this evening, running everything here, the camera, the clock. He's done about everything but officiate the game. So we appreciate that, and appreciate everyone tuning in with us as the Senators win it here tonight. Our final score, once again, West Washington 50, Crawford County nothing. That's all we've got for tonight. So we'll say God bless you, and we'll send it back over to Craig, and we'll see you next week.